What's up, everybody, and welcome to Flagrant. And today, we are joined by quite possibly the most courageous man on the internet. No, not a white guy tying up a do-rag. We have the one, the only, DeMarcus Cousins. Hey! DeMarcus is in the building!
Third, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, Andrew, your head's kind of big.
You might only be able to do one on that one.
Bro, you gotta say the N-word now.
Nope.
No, don't set him up.
Not do that.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you. We got JiDion in the building, all right?
What's good, bro?
JiDion. Okay. You are. I have to like phrase this correctly. Okay. I've been watching a lot of your content.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Obviously, I was aware of, before we decided to have you on, I was aware of you and I was seeing like the bigger stuff. Then I go on the deep dive, okay? There is a video that you did that we have up here. I have never seen someone more comfortable in an excruciatingly painful moment than when you put a sombrero on a Guatemalan pedophile while the police are interrogating him.
Okay, that's the thing. So, I didn't know he was Hispanic when we got
Stop it!
I didn't.
Stop it!
It was Cinco.
I don't see color.
It was Cinco de Mayo on everything. Like, literally.
Hold on. There's a great moment where you go, it's Cinco de Mayo, and he goes, I'm Guatemalan. It's like they don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
I figured that out because the comments, they were like, Guatemalans hate Mexicans. And I was like, I didn't know. But on everything, so Skeeter, he's the one that sets up all the predators. And so all I did was I rented the Airbnb, we decorated like Cinco de Mayo. You know, I was expecting maybe like a white guy, Asian dude, you know. They were gonna get some sombrero action, but when I saw his picture and I saw he was Hispanic, I was like, fuck. But then I was like, it'd be racist not to do it.
Exactly, because now you're changing your behavior just because he's Latino.
And I feel like the only reason I got away with it and then again, like,
because he's
canceled.
a pedophile?
It's because he's a pedophile, yeah.
Turns out you can be racist to pedophiles.
But there was some comments that'll be like, yeah, I get that he's a pedophile and everything, but this is really fucked up. And it's just
Bro, you gotta show the part. First of all, JiDion walks out in a taco hat, okay? But I just want to put together the context.
It was Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, fair enough.
That clear. Cinco de Mayo. The guy thought he was meeting a 5-year-old. That's the Cinco. Yeah.
So the guy comes to the house to meet a 14-year-old girl. And you guys hired a 19-year-old that looks like a 14-year-old.
I didn't even hire. I put on my story, I said...
Yeah, what did you put on your story?
I said, I need a young-looking girl that's over the age of 18.
Wild.
Bro, my comments were flaming me. They were like, nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you And she had hit me up, and I flew her and her boyfriend out.
So you decided that she looked young enough?
Yeah. It was weird because I was like...
How do you do that?
I said, can you send me some pictures of you with no makeup on?
No.
Yeah, you gotta get a casting director for this.
Yeah, you gotta
can't do this
outsource
yourself.
that, B. You can't be the one. Can we just play this? Play this for 1 second.
You say, we don't really speak Spanish here now. No? If that's okay, if you want to switch up a hat with a sombrero, get more in the spirit.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. You say I have it a little thick too.
We need you to keep this on.
Meaning you're...
For our protection, you have to keep that on.
So you
See, in this moment right here, I'm just thinking thumbnail mode, you know? Like, it's like, you gotta make sure you get a thumbnail too, because if you don't have a good thumbnail, then no one's gonna click on it.
Yep.
But I think my favorite
You're
part...
not thinking he's gonna bang a 14-year-old until he stepped in with a taco hat?
It's so crazy because, bro, he stayed outside for like 10 minutes, and the decoy had to, like, she was like, come on up. And it's crazy because Brody's English was perfect.
Until
we came out. And then all of a sudden it was, no habla inglés. And then I went to Siri, I said, hey Siri, how do you say you're fucked in Spanish? And then Siri said it. And then my friend Ski, he was like, did you understand that? And the guy said, si. But
how are you not nervous though? Like, this guy's life is over.
Yeah,
oh, definitely.
Right? It's done. How are you not nervous that he might try to stab you, shoot? Like, if in that moment, and this is consistent with a lot of your pranks, there are moments where, like, this person is incredibly embarrassed and maybe, or yelling at you, screaming at you. I even Googled, have you been attacked before? You have, like, one kinda, but not really.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not really like a threatening person, but I guess like, you know, since low-key I'm a big body, like people second guess themselves. They're like, damn, he is a big body. But it's like, I'm like a big ass teddy bear because I have other friends, like they're small white guys and they do what I do.
And they get smoked.
Oh man, they get ragdolled. I be seeing them get put in fucking headlocks and like thrown around. And I'm just like, damn. But yeah, we've had close calls and stuff, but for the most part, I try to keep the joke on me.
Yeah.
And just
how's the joke on you in that one?
Oh no, the joke was on him.
But it's actually a good idea, like arrest pedophiles and prank them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even
Only
see
one
that.
way to one up Chris Hansen. That's make it funny.
I don't even see it as a prank. Like it's just like like at the end of the day, it's just like getting scum off the streets. You know, like I want to keep on doing them. I just don't want it to be like oversaturated. But those are my favorite videos.
That's your problem, is you don't want to arrest too many pedophiles?
I'd like to get these pedophiles off the streets, but the views are low. I mean, we've done it already.
It's sad, but like YouTube, like you know, you would think this was something that you like, oh yeah, you're doing a great thing, but YouTube, they be taking it off. Like the hoops I had to go through to get that video posted was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. And like there was this one video, I don't know if you guys ever seen the Asian dude that got caught? It was this Asian dude, and the guy said, "Why are you coming here to meet my 14-year-old brother?" And he's like, "I'm not. I'm here because my anus hole, I'm stuffed up. I haven't pooped in like 2 weeks." And it was some small Asian dude, and he was like high on meth. And he runs out, and he's scared. And I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key kind of crazy, but there was a cashier there, and he was Asian, and he was defending the other guy, but he didn't really know what was going on. And he was stopping the guy that was filming, and the guy was like, "No, he's a pedophile." And Brody runs outside, he goes in his car, he backs up, and he hits a tree. And his car just like flips.
Hold on, are you saying the Asian guy? Wait, is that what you're saying? Whose prank is this on?
This was the craziest
Be
prank.
honest, when you saw that, were you like, well, I got a double today?
Bro, I was fucking, I reacted to this one, but I was crying. It was so funny. Because on my second channel, I love reacting to prank catches. Like, it's fucked up, but it's low-key the funniest thing.
Do you see the Chris Hansen pizza one?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
like,
Yeah. But you know what? You need to watch Skeeter Gene. His shit.
What'd you call him? Chris Blackson?
Chris, he's hilarious, bro. Every time we do a prank catch, like I'm like covering my face. I never break character, but he's so. You didn't see in the video? The guy said, "Oh, I'm Guatemalan," and he said, "Well, maybe after this you'll go to Guantanamo Bay." He just says like one-liners like that, like just so sly.
Yeah.
And like that's just my type of sense of humor. I love it.
The only video I saw you break, and you had to acknowledge it, it was so good, was Dr. Umar Johnson.
Dr. Umar Johnson?
Who's my dream guest.
Really?
That was the only video I saw.
Yo, Dr. Umar, man, give me my $500 back, man.
Tell the story of the 500.
So, I have this series called Giving Strangers the N-Word Pass, and I have 3 volumes. And so
Let's play that today.
Well, I mean, you guys already got it. And I was like, damn, it would be hilarious to get Dr. Umar to like react to it and just get his reaction, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, this is a level 3 coon. This is a level 3 coon. This, because you always repeats everything.
Yeah.
And so to get an interview from him, you have to like donate $500 to a school.
Yeah.
So I PayPal him and everything. We're emailing to set it up, and then he just ghosts me. And I'm like, yo, Dr. Umar. It's like, you really gonna do this to a brother? And so I was like, damn, you know what? I was like, I might as well just troll him. So he was in Jacksonville, so we flew to Jacksonville. I got a dashiki, and we sat through his whole seminar.
And it's a show. He's up there doing like bits, right?
Oh, bro.
And you posted like 5 minutes of the seminar.
But I'm not gonna lie, he was low-key spinning. Like, Brody converted you. Brody's funny, but he be spinning sometimes. And halfway through, I was like, because I really didn't know what I thought I was just gonna confront him, but then I was like, damn, it'll be funny if like I show him my like white girlfriend. So I asked one of my friends, I was like, yo, send me a picture of you that you look the whitest in. And she sent it to me. And so whenever I went up, I was like, yo, Dr. Umar, this is my girl. And he's like, oh, he's a snow bunny lover. Get him out of here. And like, just trolling him. But Dr. Umar, please give me my $500 back. I want to do a video where I went to one of his seminars and I bring like 100 white people and just like have us all sit and just listen. But
In dashikis?
Oh, that would be Joe.
Is he crushing? Like, does it feel like stand-up when you're watching him?
Oh, bro, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is like, he's not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
He's just talking like, my fans, they were just in his IG live just saying, give JiDion his $500 back.
Yeah, man.
He's like, we got grown men in here on JiDion's neck sack. Get off JiDion's nut sack! And so, when people be on my ass on Twitter, you get that soundbite and I just put it under their thing. Yeah.
I think you got your $500 worth.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
definitely,
live
definitely.
seminar.
Yeah.
You got a soundbite.
But it's a principle, you know? It's a principle.
I was watching the WNBA prank, and
That was a wild.
did you feel bad at all?
So the crazy thing about it is I went to 3 games. So
That was the funniest thing.
yeah.
The fact that when you get kicked out of the Minnesota one and then you call Cat.
yeah. Cat's my boy. Cat,
And Cat backs him. He's like, nah, he's good. Let him
Good
let him
people,
back
yeah.
in there to prank the female team.
see, I thought Cat had more pull. He's the franchise player. I was like, yo, Cat, you can't tell security, but it was the NBA. But we actually went to a Phoenix game where Brittany Griner, and I'm looking an asshole because I had a shirt with Vladimir Putin, and then in the back, he had like a weed symbol. But I was at their game, and I was gonna do it there, but like, I genuinely had a really good time. Like, I genuinely just had a great time, and I was just thinking. I told Vito, my filmer, I was like, yeah, man, I can't do it, and so I pussied out, and I was thinking about like not doing it, and so one of my friends, Canels, he has this one idea that I've been wanting to do. So I was like, yo, man, do you want to trade ideas? And I told him my idea about, taking a nap at a WNBA game. And he sounded like super excited about it. And I was like, damn, like, he sounds like he really wants this one.
Might be a
I
banger.
gotta do it.
Might be a banger. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And so we did it. And I did feel bad, but like, I thought it, the thing that like kind of got me though is like people made it so much more political than it really needed to be.
What
Like,
you mean political?
like, bro, it was like so many like right-wing people using it as commentary of like the whole wokeness and stuff like that. And I was like, bruh. And then there was so many like left people and stuff like that just calling me misogynistic and everything. And it's like, just because you're trolling a little bit doesn't mean you hate women.
Right.
So it was just like both sides. But then again, like, I should have expected it. But it was an asshole thing to do.
Is there any prank that you didn't put out because you're like, I feel bad about this?
Yeah, I did one. We still got it in the vote. So it was Valentine's Day, and I flew this girl out. She does pranks, and we would go to like bars or restaurants, and I'll see a guy with his girl, and I would go up and I'll be like, yo, man, that's a nice shirt, bro. Like, da-da-da. I was like, what's your name? He'd be like, oh, my name's Jared. I'll be like, oh, you have a nice day, Jared. And then I'll go up to the girl, and I'll be like, his name's Jared. And then she'll come up, and she'll be like, Jared, how you doing?
Oh,
It's like, I thought you weren't going to be out. And then like,
Oh, fuck.
No.
we just,
No.
Oh, I gotta see this one.
Do you have it on your phone?
no,
we
I
watch
don't
a
have
little
it
bit
on
of
my
it?
phone. I don't have it on. It's on the vote, but that one I was like, damn. But we got it straightened out with all the couples and everything. Like they thought it was.
What happened? What was the
Oh
worst?
man, bro. I think the worst one. It was this Mexican couple. Like, she was
She was like,
She was
again?
14.
she was pissed. She was telling the girl, "You can go now. You can go." And like, you just see Brody like he's just like talking to her and stuff. And I came up, I was like, "Yo, it's just a prank. Everything is all good." And then there was this black couple we did it to, and it was just funny because she's a white girl, and so. But like,
Yo, that's Dr. Umar, bro.
Tell her what happened. What'd you say?
like, she was just like looking. It was bad, but we got to share with all the couples and everything, and they're good. But
Do you offer to cover their dinner or something?
yeah. Definitely. Like, I made it up to them and stuff.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean you made it up to him?
Like, I would like
I feel like you didn't offer to pay dinner. I feel like you just
the
agreed.
Mexican
and then you
couple.
really
I
didn't.
gave them like $600
Citizenship, what?
just so they could like just go out and do something. And then the black couple, I bought them like 2 rounds on me and stuff.
Why you low
You really humble the white couple, yo.
Go 3/5.
Well, because they argued way less than.
So it's depending on their reaction.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay. Oh, that's
But
reasonable.
I was like, damn, you know what? I'm gonna keep that one in the vote,
Bro. But why? If you made it good with all the couples, why didn't you put
Yeah,
it
that's
out?
what I'm wondering.
bro. Because like, I hate telling people that it's a prank. So we did this one where I put on my story that I was like, yo, I need someone's Uber account. And someone came through and they gave me their car and they gave me their Uber account. And I set up GoPros and everything.
So you were the driver?
I was the driver. And I got these Heinekens, but they were 0% alcohol. And I would pick up people. And I was like drinking the Heinekens while I was driving. I had these weird ass voice memos. And I was just doing like the weirdest shit. And I had like this girl call me and pretend that she was cheating on me while the passenger in the back is just listening to everything. And all those pranks, I never told any of them that it was a prank. Like every time they got out, like I didn't tell anybody because I just feel like it's way funnier. Like they're gonna be like, bro, you won't believe what happened when I was in my Uber and stuff like that. You know, it's like a cool story. And then if they see the video, but like I wanted to just be something where it's just like, oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah, the long game.
Yeah.
Guys, tour announcements, Greater Toronto area. Tickets are officially on sale for Niagara Falls, Ontario. Okay, Falls View Casino. We are coming the 22nd of September. Then the 23rd of September, we're coming to Windsor, Ontario. That's right, the Coliseum at Caesars. Pull up. And Dublin, Ireland. We are coming to the 3 Arena October 12th. And of course, Calgary, the Great Outdoors Fest. I'll be performing there August 27th. Get the tickets for all those shows at theandrewschultz.com. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. Peace.
Also, guys, we need to announce some tour dates. First of all, I'm going to be doing a residency in New York City. I keep getting hit up by people in New York on the street saying, when are you doing a show here? I'm going to run my special 4 times. August 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th at New York Comedy Club. So hurry up and buy tickets to that because it is a small club and tickets will sell out. Also, August 2nd, next week, I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska, and then the next day, I'm going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, the Bum Ass Cities Tour. Trucks on, and I say trucks because there will be a lot of them there. Also, August 23rd, I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. Naptown, I'm coming to see you. I'm pretty sure it's called Naptown. Also, August 24th, I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. Please don't be that racist toward me. Anyway, you can get your tickets for those dates and more at akashsing.com. Now let's get back to the show.
There's this guy, I forget his name, it was Andrew Zimmerman. I probably told this story in a pod before. But you've heard of him? He's like man versus food guy.
I only know George Zimmerman.
Probably related. Yeah. And he did this like food show where he like found out we're all like I think he would have to eat like this crazy amount of food. Doesn't matter. He travels around the country. And we saw him when we were recording a podcast in like our old studio. And I was like, dude, I watched your show. You're the man. Like, do you have any recommendations for like places to go eat in New York? Right?
Yeah.
And he goes, I got 3 places for you. He goes, you go to this one place called La Loma or something like that, and then you ask for the salted lamb or something like this, right? And he goes, now if that doesn't work out, you can go to Five Guys, but go to the Five Guys on 14th Street and ask for the off-menu sushi, right? And he goes, and if that doesn't work out, go to the Navy Yards or something like that, and then go through all the storage containers, and then there's a little Mexican restaurant on the storage container. We're like, oh, but he said this. He goes,
one of them you had to bring a banana.
He goes, but if you go to the Five Guys, you need to bring them a banana in order to order from the off-menu sushi, right?
Give them a banana? The Five Guys?
Me and 3 boys at fucking 12 p.m. buy bananas at a bodega, right? We first go to this, the La Lona one, right? We're like, we want the off-menu salted lamb. And they're like, we're a vegan restaurant. There's no, and we're like, yeah, the off-menu. And he goes, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So we're like, oh, that's kind of weird. All right, maybe he messed it up. Then we go to a bodega. 3 of us buy bananas at 12 at night. It looks like some super gay shit is about to go down. We're walking down the street with bananas. We walk into Five Guys, right? 3 guys bananas and 5 guys. And the waiter comes up and I go, we'll have the off-menu sushi. He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I go, here you go. And I hand him a banana. Like, that's supposed to be like the, oh, yeah, this is going down. Here you go. Here's the sushi. And the guy takes the banana and goes, thanks, man, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm like, you tell me there's no sushi if I bring a banana? And he's like, no, there's no fucking sushi. I've never spoken to him again. He's never talked about it again. He just pranked me for the sake of pranking me.
Yeah.
And that is so lucky that Five Guys employee was white. If it was a black dude,
no, Latino.
If it was a black dude, just hand him a banana.
Yeah,
This will convince you.
Why would you go to a Five Guys for sushi?
That was why it was such a good. It was off menu, bro. No, 5 napkins, not Five Guys. 5 napkins. Five napkin burgers.
That makes way more sense.
And then I never went to the last spot, and apparently that one's real.
God damn it.
Yeah, no.
But I
hilarious.
was like the most purest form of a prank. I wouldn't be able to do that. I would need to like follow the person, see it happen, and like get that satisfaction because I'm used to stand-up. You know, it's like say the joke and get the response. But to do it knowing that that's going to happen and then never reconnect with that person.
Yeah. Diabolical.
Or the fact that you're on a major podcast and you're going to talk about it, and he's like,
Maybe
yeah,
that's why he did it. Maybe that. I mean,
The
there are
long
people
game.
He just
listening-
got his laugh.
The long game.
Waited 4 years. Yeah. Like there are people in your Uber that just found out that you were drinking fake Heinekens.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't fuck with that drinking and driving. You're safe.
Who's the best
That
people?
makes me think you drink and drive.
Yeah, super guilty. Who's the best people to prank? Like when you do pranks, are you trying to get a bunch of different like ethnic groups and cultures and stuff?
You know how David Blaine would only do the magic to black people because they react the craziest?
Thumbnail.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, if you ever watch Street Magic, it's only to black people. Yeah. This is, I think Aziz had a bit about this, but it's like, it is a known thing. Like all street magic is to black people. You can even see like black athletes too still believe
dude.
magic is real a little bit.
Whoa.
I'm being honest.
Why are you saying it like that?
I'm being honest. They
Like the
react.
black athletes are still slow. They don't know.
I didn't say they're slow, but they believe in magic. They go crazy, bro. They go crazy for it. I mean, watch. You find me a street magician in America that is going up to white people.
I
just don't do it.
I think the reaction is just more muted, right?
Exactly.
I
yeah,
remember
black
watching
people
David
react.
Blaine's
Interesting.
first
I thought it
thing,
was an
yeah.
ace of spades.
Yeah. Oh, you got my card. Great job.
I remember watching David Blaine's first like special that he put on like ABC or whatever, and he pranks the Dallas Cowboys back when they were good. I didn't see Emmitt Smith celebrate that hard when he won a Super Bowl.
So does that happen with pranks? Is there a metric for that?
Nah. I really won't even consider what I do really like just pranks because like the camera be right there. Like half the times people just don't see it because I'll just be talking about bullshit and then like they'll like see the video and they'll be like, oh, I didn't even know I was on camera. Da 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 da. But what I love the most is like whenever because sometimes like I'll have beef with someone on the video and then like I rekindle with them and then like we do something cool, like it's just multiple people. But that's what I like the most.
What was the best version of that?
The best version? There was this dude in the Minnesota Mall of America.
art one?
Yeah.
Oh, did you do
Great.
something with them?
And I was fucking with this like Irish drawing
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's not.
And then like we just became cool. And then like I came back and we did like an art off. And I think his IG is Dirty Art Hole. Yeah. And yeah, like that stuff. That's the funnest.
He wanted to smoke, bro.
He
Yeah,
did.
he was ready.
He was ready to throw. Did you get nervous at all?
Oh yeah, like bro, I'm not gonna lie, like bro, if someone wants to swing on me, they have every right to. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be that guy like, bro, why'd you hit me? Like, it's like I'm fucking with you. Like,
Yeah.
like I totally understand.
Damn,
Bro,
you just
you-
invited all the smoke.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh shit, I can hook off on JiDion, I get my shit off.
Yeah, they might hit you preemptively. Like, I knew you were gonna do something, so I had to swing on it.
No, yeah, it'd be funny because now like I be walking in the stores just chilling, and they'd be like, nah, man, you coming here to fuck with us? I'm just like, nah, man, I'm just shopping, bro. Like,
Oh, that's interesting. If you become too famous to do the pranks, that's what happened to Tom Green. Do you remember Tom Green?
Yeah.
Tom Green.
I see you as like the younger generation's version of the what is it? The provocateurs, right? Like every generation has like a provocateur.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sasha was it for a while. Tom Green was it for a while, and this has gone, on every decade has this version.
No, I'm not familiar.
You don't know who Tom Green is?
I think
Buddy, we're old.
I only know.
That was when we were kids.
You should look into Tom Green.
Isn't he the one that made The Fault in Our Stars?
No.
I mean,
Hank Green, bro.
Oh, Hank Green.
couldn't be further from whoever that is.
John Green.
John Green. I have read that
Isn't
book.
he an NBA player? Like, that's Jalen Green, bro. You are.
Tom Green, legend, had an MTV show, and he would like just prank his parents, prank everybody's family, and then he got so famous here he couldn't do it, so he just pranked Japan.
Really?
And he just went to Japan, and they didn't know who he was, so he could get away with all the shit.
You see, I want to go to Japan and like I just want to wear like an NBA jersey
And wait for
wear
them.
wear a beard, like a bigger beard, and just like stand around and like just have them all think like I'm a fucking basketball player.
James Harden.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to go to Japan so bad. I love doing cultural stuff. Like we went to Paris and we spent the night under the catacombs. We went to like the illegal part.
Yeah.
And we had this dude, like he like just gave us a tour all around it. And like we saw Nazi bunkers. You'll see stuff that was like in the 1900s. Then you'll see stuff all the way in the 1600s.
Whoa,
And then they
wow.
were just like skulls.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You spent the night?
yeah. We spent the entire night down there.
That is wild.
I forget what I think they're called cataphiles or something like that. But like they they preserve it down there.
Yeah.
And like they take care of it. And they're really cool people. And then the next day, we went to the Louvre, and I put a picture of myself of the Mona Lisa right next to the Mona Lisa, and then I got arrested. And Paris jail, I'm not gonna lie, Paris jail is way better than American jail.
Oh, so you got locked up?
Oh yeah.
For how long?
Like 24 hours, yeah. Light. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like out of all of them, I was the most anxious about that because I was like, damn, am I gonna be like in a Brittany Griner situation, like fucking just locked up? But the cops are really cool though. When I got arrested, it was these cops in rollerblades.
You got arrested by a rollerblade cop in France,
Bro, they had vests,
Like
fucking
double gay.
ARs. But yeah, rollerblades. Like
Can you imagine shooting and then you're rolling back? Because
literally. Like it was so intimidating at first until you seen the rollerblades.
yeah.
But the guy, when I was in the station, he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, I like your video," and I was like, "Oh, which one?" And he was like, "The do 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 do." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "The do 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 do." And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then he goes to my IG and he shows my story. I had made a TikTok about me at the Eiffel Tower, and I put the niggas in Paris instrumental in the background. And he like showed me. He's like, niggas. He just straight up said, he said, niggas in Paris.
The white guy.
The white guy. I was just like, yeah.
He thought you made the song. He was like, dude, you nailed it with that.
That's the nicest.
Literally.
That's the nicest a white cop has ever said that word to a black guy. Though.
Yeah,
They've used
like,
it
I wasn't
differently.
offended at all. I was just like,
And
lit.
why is French jail better?
Oh man, they put me in a cell by myself, and the food was way better.
Yeah.
And
French food.
huh?
French food.
Yeah, it was like some like stew. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Best meal you had in Paris?
Oh man, their food is horrible. Paris food is horrible.
fucking-
Bro, you were in jail. What are you talking about? You can't say
You
it's
guys
bad.
don't get food. They don't get food. They don't get
Out of
That
all the
sounded
countries
racist.
I've been to,
That-
I think you and you don't get
are
food.
Horrible.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go to eat?
Man, we just went to different restaurants and stuff, but like it's just not good in Europe, really. At least the UK. Oh, the UK is even worse.
This is Texas, bro.
Bro, he's too
Understands
Texan,
food.
dude.
I
Understands
think it's
cooking.
people from Texas don't
They
understand
don't have
food.
any grits. Like, what even is that? You know what I mean? You're too Houston.
Seasoning. We use seasoning down.
I love that soul food. You be fucking that soul food?
Yeah, of course.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No. If I eat soul food, I gotta nap 2 hours before the show. Every time we go down south and we have like a soul food brunch,
It takes your soul.
it literally takes the soul. 2 hour nap before the show if I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well, I can ask you a
Yeah.
question. I've been listening. Why pranks? I've heard a few interviews of you, and I haven't heard that. Because you're such a sweet guy. You always say, I want the joke to be on me. And you do a good job of, if the joke isn't on you, making it right with the person.
Yeah.
But pranking is not necessarily on you. So I'm wondering how, like, this sweet guy coming to let me terrorize people, and then now I'm learning not even tell them half the time.
Man, I just be thinking of. I guess it's kind of like you guys are comedians. Just like you guys would just be thinking of bits in your head.
Yeah.
And it's just like I just be thinking of stuff, and I'm just like, it's more like stuff that you would say to your friends, like, "Damn, that would be funny," but like, I'm like,
do it.
You're doing
yeah,
it.
let's do it.
what was childhood like?
Childhood. Oh, I was very like sheltered, and like I got bullied a lot when I was like in middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
How you have brothers, sisters?
I have an older brother, but like he's like 17 years older than me, so I was like an only child.
So you were only child. You had to occupy your time, occupy your mind.
Yeah.
And a lot of friends when you were younger?
Not until like the end of high school, but like middle school. You guys want to see what I used to look like in middle school?
Fuck yeah.
I'd love to.
Oh man.
We'll show you what Akash looked like too.
That's the same picture.
Yeah.
There's no way it's worse than mine.
So that was me. That was me in middle school.
Yeah, you look like a baby mama, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, whose auntie is this? Bro?
That is
wild.
crazy.
You know what's crazy?
That.
I show my mom.
That is what's crazy.
I show my mom that, and she said, "You look like an F." Like she just
F in the chat.
Bro, and you posted that in 2013.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't like a throwback post. You posted that at the time. Being
Yeah,
like, "Yo, I was fire."
I was like, bro, this one's gonna hit.
You didn't get any play off that?
Oh man, bro, I got so much pussy, man. I'm still drowning in it.
Okay, so what happens? You were kind of like lonely kid, or you were fine being by yourself?
Nah, man, like I was that type of kid where it was like I would join a group, but like I would be really insecure that like I would get kicked out the group. So like I would like really try to like stay in and
You were
fit
trying
in.
too hard, kind of?
Not really trying too hard, but like I was just always afraid that like, oh my gosh, you know, they're gonna leave and stuff like that. And that's usually what happened. And like I was just like really insecure as a kid. And then like I just kind of like learned just to, like really just love myself and to really just like do me. And when I started doing me, that's when I just like made friends and I started being way happier and stuff like that. So
There's a because you have an incredible independence. Like it doesn't seem like your actions are motivated by the appreciation or validation of a singular group.
yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, so it's like I think you develop that from time alone.
Yeah.
Time alone, learning how to deal with yourself and learning how to appreciate yourself. Because a lot of people are afraid to do some of the things you do because they're like, uh-oh, will this group hate me? Will this group think that I'm a bad person? Like you also have like a racial component. It might be different generationally, but like, is this okay to do? Am I selling out if I do this? If I go to the most racist town in America and like some of them are nice to me, like what will black people think of me?
Yeah.
You create, from the outside, it seems like you create as JiDion the person first. Not without a responsibility to anybody else but you and what you authentically want to do.
I look at it as like, you know, I'm posting for my friends. It's like, yo guys, bro, look what I just did.
Yeah.
And like, that's how I like to look at it. And it's crazy because it's just like the people I meet, like, bro, like, it was like, you ever look at people, it's like, oh, they know who I am. Like, you probably like look at people like, yeah, he definitely knows who I am or something like that. And then it's like, oh, no, he didn't. And then it'd be someone random, some old dude come up and be like, JiDion. And then now, like, I've been having like a lot of girls come up to me lately, and my girl demographic's been growing a lot too. And it's just like, man, like, you know, it's just love, and like I really appreciate my followers because it's just I get to do what I love and make money off of it.
With the girls, since you've been promoting this raw dogging thing, and do you ever have a situation where like they expect it to be raw and you don't deliver on that, or you always raw dog?
I don't get pussy, bro.
Man, stop, bro.
No, bro.
Stop, bro.
That's a man who gets pussy right there. He's like,
Yeah.
they don't show me no love.
Clout don't get you pussy no more.
No more. There was a time.
Never. I thought it was a time.
Hold on. So you want us to believe that you're not getting any pussy out there?
Nah, I be chilling. I really just be chilling. Like,
What does that even mean? What does that sentence mean?
I don't leave the house. Like, unless I.
Oh, you need to leave the house.
You just
pussy?
fly,
Is
man. You just fly.
Is that how famous people do it? They run on the streets to get some pussy? No, the pussy flies in. I cannot believe that you're not getting pussy.
But I really just be chilling. Like, I just record my videos.
I hate you. I'm chilling, bro. This guy's drowning in pussy, and you know it. And it's raw, isn't it? How many abortions you got under your belt?
Oh,
Bro, make that a video, bro.
Come on, yeah, that's the prank. The doctor goes in, psych, you're having it.
He's counting.
Nah, but the new hairline had to help.
Oh, man.
So those hairline situations.
Maybe that's
was
why they
fun,
came through.
Bro, it's crazy. Like, I did not think it was gonna get that big. Like, I knew because it's just like
Your forehead?
This is just like an inside joke with me and my followers. Like, damn, you lost your hairline. Because like a lot of people, especially with me being 22, they'll be like, damn, like, you know, they'll say it's the end of the world, but it's just like, you know, I just like made the most out of it and like just kind of like wrap my brand around it. And so when I seen Brody pop up on my my Instagram reels, and I hit him up, I was like, bro, let's do this. And I just wanted to do a stream. And then like, bro, it just went crazy. And I remember I went to the UK like 2 weeks after, and just people just running up to me, JiDion, show us the new hairline. Show us the new hairline, mate. And I was just like, bro, like, I love my UK fan base. Oh man, the UK, they rock hard for me. I fuck with the UK heavy. They're, and them motherfuckers are menaces. Cause I don't know if you know this, but like in America, it's like someone comes to you like, yo, JiDion, can I get a picture? And like, they'll just take their picture and they'll be like, thanks. And they like look at their phone the whole time because they're just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna post this with a caption, yada, yada, yada. Like, look who I met. But like the UK, it's like, it's on some like respect stuff. Like they really like want to talk to you and like have a conversation with you. And that's how I feel all of Europe. Like it's a big disconnect. So, and I really have conversations with people out in the UK.
Interesting. Would you
What
ever
about the girls out there? How is that?
The girls
girls
out
like
there
the
are
food.
clapped, man.
They're clapped.
Nah, I'm just playing. Nah,
Are you a virgin?
yeah.
No.
No, I am.
No.
I am.
He's absolutely lying to you.
No, I am.
Absolutely
I am.
lying
No,
to you.
there's no way.
Son, he told us
What about
story.
mouth? What about mouth?
Mouth?
Yeah.
Have you sucked someone's dick?
never?
What about virgin for mouth?
Virgin.
What about mouth?
Yeah. Like a throat virgin. Are you like?
Are you throat virgin? Like, have you been in throat?
Have I been in throat?
Have you been in throat?
Well, I don't get these terminologies. Like, what is been in throat?
It's a Gen Z term.
Like to eat it.
Oh, have you put your device in a girl's throat? Have you taken the remote and put it in the throat?
Oh. Why didn't you
Have
say?
you gotten a blowjob?
Why didn't you
before?
just say head?
Well, because you said you're a virgin.
Yeah.
So if I'm
So
a virgin,
I wanted to make it more difficult.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm a child of God. You know, I'm trying to be like you and wait till marriage until I find my.
You know,
special
we have
someone.
2 guys here that waited till marriage.
That's good.
Not till marriage.
Oh, almost till marriage.
Yeah.
Tell
I
wifey.
commend the.
I'm just saying, you got real children of God in front of you right now. No, Alex, forget it. No.
You.
What do you
Tried.
mean?
Tried. What are you talking
I
about?
just
Tried.
delivered dick, bro. These bitches was thirsty.
That's what I'm talking
What am I
about.
supposed to do, bro?
I know you're.
You know what I mean?
He's leaving all of them dry. We gotta, we gotta
yeah, we
deliver.
gotta travel the
Feed streets.
country, fill
We gotta
throats.
feed the streets, bro.
Feed them, bro. They hungry.
I don't got no food to give.
No, you do though.
Wait, I got a
do, though.
question. So I know you're married and stuff, but like
Yeah.
before you settle down, like do comedian girls, do they be like throwing it out there?
Bro, I was chilling, man. Like,
Yeah.
I was mostly chilling.
We're just at home.
Yeah, we're
You know
just
what
at
I mean?
home
We just be
chilling,
at
bro.
home, you know
I
what
just
I
be
mean?
chilling,
Focus.
bro. Before I was married, I was chilling, bro.
Same,
You
bro.
know what I mean? Talking about my boy. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. What's the numbers like? You know what I mean? Some blue checks. You taking down some Jenners?
Shit.
Come on.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
How you be lying about the pussy you get on this podcast?
It's not even like that. Like, bro, I just be seeing like TikTokers and stuff. It's like they brag about that shit, and it's just I really don't think it's nothing to brag about, me personally, because
What, getting laid? It's kind of goofy.
a little bit. Like I'm not gonna even cap. Like it
goofy.
kind of is.
It's goofy.
Like, oh, bro, I be getting so much pussy and stuff like that because it's just I think it's disgusting on both ends, just sleeping around.
Ooh, talk about that. That's good. What do you mean by that?
Like, bro, I think it's nasty if dudes just fucking just catch a bunch of bodies, and I think it's nasty if girls just catch a bunch of bodies. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and be like, oh yeah, it's okay for a guy, because what's that shit that they be saying? Bro, it's some dumbass shit I be seeing. They be like, a key that opens, you know,
Yeah.
That's a bar, bro.
A key that opens any lock is a master key, but a
lock
lock
that
that
can be
opens with any
opened by
key
any-
is a shitty lock.
yeah, like niggas be saying shit like that. It's like,
That's
bro.
It sounds flames,
That's
dude.
a bar. Imagine the first time you say that to a girl and she looking at her
And I was a
fucking
virgin forever.
shitty lock.
That shit was flames, bro. I should have fucked more people. Clearly. I got the shitty key out here. Oh, one lock
What do
ass
you
key.
guys think about this? I think guys create whores.
What is that? What is that guy? He's
Like
so
leaving
fucking
their
funny.
daughters,
Jesse
or what do
Lee
you-
something.
He's really trying to grow that female fan base.
No,
I ain't mad at you, bro.
I'm being for real though, because like, imagine this, like you sleep with a girl, and it's like usually the first girl you sleep with, like she's usually connected with you, right? And it's like you guys are together, but then maybe like you don't want to be with her or something like that. Then she goes through like a phase
What is the
afterwards.
phase?
Like, you know, where she's just like, oh damn, he didn't want to be with me, so I'm gonna just do my thing with other dudes.
Seek validation elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like guys low key create whores.
But is that no accountability for the women and their actions?
No, I think it definitely. But I guess it's where you think it starts. It's like, is it the chicken or the egg? You know what I mean?
I feel like it starts with the girl's dad.
That's what I was going to say.
that's
I
also
agree,
a
too.
guy.
That's how
Sometimes it's a little
guys
bit
can-
there. And it's not just the dad, but like there's like a void in validation in her life.
Yeah.
And she's seeking that from strangers.
Yeah.
And then maybe some guys are taking advantage of that, which could be fucked up. But
Speaking of-
also, the head is fire.
I know this is like off topic, but like, how hard do you guys do comedy as well?
Yeah, I do.
How hard is it for you guys to I guess like traverse with how everything is today? It's like you say the wrong thing, it's like I've been seeing a lot of comedians get canceled a lot more.
I feel like
lately.
that's done now.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like that maybe like 5 years ago.
For real.
For like a few years. But now I feel like you can kind of say whatever you want. Like I think people are like, I think the term woke is now like a pejorative. I think even like super liberals don't want to be woke. You know what I mean? Like even there, like okay, this term has kind of been bastardized. I think the right has kind of like used it to death. And I think you can kind of say whatever you want. And I think now this is what happens. Like comedy starts to get weird now. Comedy goes through phases. Like you can't say anything, and then like the more prolific like political or cultural guys tend to blossom. And then when you can say pretty much anything, society's kind of open to jokes and comedy becomes more mainstream.
Yeah.
Then like the weird alternative comics start to succeed because they're making fun of the institution of comedy. So you'll probably see that popping off now.
And for me, as annoying as it all was, like this is inappropriate. And it actually kind of made me grow as a comic because I was like, all right, well, let me be more honest with what I'm actually feeling as opposed to just saying the thing that's probably a little easier to say and funny. Let me actually grapple with what I feel about this thing and then try to make that funny.
Yeah.
So it weirdly made me, as fucking annoying as it was, it probably made me a better comic.
So you like really saying what's on your mind.
Yeah, like I don't actually feel this extreme thing necessarily. It's funny to me, but people say I can't say it, whatever.
Yeah.
Let me then think, what do I actually feel? And what I actually feel to me is funnier because that's my honest thing I'm trying to make funny. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I really want to do stand up. Like,
I
why
think
don't
you
you
would
try
be
it?
fucking great.
You did do it.
bro, but I was like taking the piss though. But I be like my friends and stuff. They be saying, especially Hersey, like he's real big in the comedy. He be saying like I could do good, but like I really want to put my because I feel like if I started now and just was like, yo, guys, I'm going on tour, I could, already do good because I have,
You have a huge fan base.
Sell crazy
But
tickets.
I don't want to do it that way, I feel like I need to at least do like comedy clubs for like 4 or 5 years.
You want to
before-
build the art, build the craft.
Yeah, I want to go to places and not put on my social media, oh, I'm going to be here. Like, I just want to have random people be there.
Yeah, that's
and
smart.
really see, like,
That's how you'll get
do y'all
funny.
fuck with me?
Yeah, because you'll be funny to the people who don't know you.
Yeah.
And that gets harder and harder the more famous you get because, everybody knows who Chris Rock is.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, like that's how you're really gonna learn how to curate that craft, that art.
And I think-
it's good to have, sorry to cut you, but like
You're good.
it's I think in entertainment it's good to have a craft. It's
Yeah.
good to have an art. It doesn't have to be stand-up. It could be the videos that you're making. But I think what happens to a lot of people is if they don't have an art, fame is their desire. And then once they get famous,
You start kissing your twin. And then it starts getting a little weird.
Talking about the Island Boys.
yeah, like I just think fame is kind of fruitless, and you don't realize that until you're famous, and you're still kind of like miserable. Like they thought fame was going to cure all their issues or their problems or give them happiness, and then it doesn't. And then after that, they just go, okay, I just need to make as much money as possible. So they just start trying to gravitate towards a thing that makes them money. Whereas if you have like an art or a craft that you really love, you're always trying to push that craft and get better at that art. So if it's stand-up, that's awesome. Or if it's continuing to curate the content that you do, that's awesome. But yeah, I would say that people who are just chasing fame tend to be pretty miserable.
No, definitely.
Did you watch stand-up growing up?
I'm not gonna lie, like Kevin Hart, like I really didn't know
Kevin's
about people.
great. Kev is so funny.
No, yeah, I love Kevin Hart, but like, just recently, like, cause I used to not like Dave Chappelle. Like, I was like, I don't get it. But then, like, I really started watching. It's like I see like it's like a line. Like you see where it's going. Like whenever I watch a video, it's like I can see what regular viewers can't see. It's like, oh, I see what they're doing there. I see where they're taking this. And then it's like now, like I can't see it fully like you guys can, but like I'm starting to see how like the setup way before and the transitions and just like the smoothness of everything. And so it's just like really watching him and like I think probably my favorite right now is like Cat Williams.
Cat is incredible.
Yeah.
And I'm just like really just like trying to like take notes and just see like that who
You
am
gotta
I
watch
gonna
Patrice
be?
O'Neal.
Oh, that's Hersey's favorite.
Patrice is the GOAT. That's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's the greatest of all time.
It's crazy because like then he was like the guy who like really took a stand for comedy when like it was about to like because I think someone made like a rape joke or something.
He was on like Fox News.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just defended the art of the joke. And he's like, you have to let us try.
Yeah.
You have to let us try to be funny. It doesn't matter how fucked up it is. And in the beginning, it might not work. But we have the right to try.
Yeah.
Because eventually when we keep trying, it's like a sword. You're just gonna keep on banging away at it and then it's gonna get sharp.
You don't have to laugh at it, but don't.
But you
throw us out.
can't take away our right to try. And but yeah, he was just a brilliant fucking dude. I mean, he's got like, there's Elephant in the Room. I think is probably on Netflix, isn't it? Maybe.
No, it's on Instagram.
It's
on YouTube.
On YouTube. Elephant in the Room is on YouTube. But then he's got a bunch of like audio things
There's
that are
an
great
album
too.
he came out with right before he passed away called Mr. P. That's like
He's just he's
fucking
prolific. He's just prolific.
If you did comedy, would you try to keep it clean or talk about all the girls you fucking?
Definitely all the girls I'm fucking. You get the inside scoop on my comedy show.
You know why I think you'd be a really good stand-up is the more stuff of yours I watch, listen to you beyond the pranks even. You're a deep kid. You're 22. It's really fucking impressive how mature you are, how deeply you think about things.
Appreciate
And
you.
I think that combined with funny, that is the fundamental things you need to be a great stand-up. So I think if you really went after it, and like Andrew said, you got to be. It's good you wouldn't announce your shows because if you start chasing the bag, you might feel pressure to. It's
gonna take a few years
in a different way.
It's gonna take a few years to even get to the point where you can get on there, and it's like. It shouldn't be something you're doing for money in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's going to pressure you. And you're like, oh, fuck, I need to just get this 30 minutes because if I have 30 minutes, then I can get $40,000 for that gig. It should be, I'm going to take as much time as I need to get 15 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it is. Just take the fucking time. If it's something you really want to do.
Yeah,
Matter of
definitely.
fact, try it. You might hate that shit.
Yeah, you'll know.
It's painful, bro.
That's another thing.
Bro,
If you're
that
not
shit
chasing
looks
the bag, you'll know
scary.
if you hate
How
it.
do you think it's scary? That's
Bro, he's done stand-up. That's crazy. He's gone on stage and done jokes, and then he's like, man, stand-up would be crazy. It's like you've dealt with that pressure before, you know what I mean?
Not really, because the video was I went up there like telling horrible jokes.
So
Like,
the goal was to be bad.
yeah. Like,
So bombing didn't feel bad. It felt like he succeeded.
Right.
yeah. For me, it was a W. And like the crazy thing about it was people in the comments were like, "Damn, you were low-key funnier than the guys before you." And it's like, I applaud the people that went up there and tried though, because it's just like I really just saw like, oh man, I'm not gonna lie, it was this one joke. Brody was like, "Yeah, I was shopping for watermelons and I was stealing them." He's like, "But it's hard to steal in rollerblades." They're like, "Hey, stop! You can't get those." And he just goes, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then like it was just so quiet. And I'm like, I was laughing, but I was laughing because of how quiet it was. That's why it was funny. But I was just like, damn, like, if I was thinking about it, I was like, if I do try this, like, I'm gonna have shit like that happen where niggas are like, I'm gonna say a joke and someone's just gonna, like, hit me with one of those. Like,
Yeah, you have to embrace that it will happen.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter how long you've been doing it, you'll still catch slow ones.
Yeah.
Just part of it.
We were talking about this at during the green room during the shows this weekend. There was like a generational rift in like what we find funny or how comedy is projected into the world. Okay, I'm 39, right? So when I'm growing up, people on TV that were funny were trying to be funny.
yeah.
Jim Carrey was trying to be funny. Everybody was trying to be funny. And I think it was Derek who said this, or maybe it was you that said it. And an interesting observation. He's like, yeah, I think The Office changed that. I go, what do you mean?
Oh, I fucking love The Office.
Exactly. And what is the difference with The Office, right? The difference with The Office, like in Seinfeld, Kramer is trying to walk in the room funny.
Yeah.
He's walking in the room, he's trying to be crazy.
Laugh track.
And there's a laugh track. It's going, hey, you need a laugh now. And then The Office comes out, and that motherfucker, Michael Scott, is not trying to be funny.
No.
He is just that weird, kind of almost cringe guy. The things he's
Yeah.
saying are cringy. And then the generation that watches that show and subsequent shows finds cringe stuff really funny because that's what curated their sense of humor. It's funny when someone is not trying to be funny and they do something so awkward, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And a lot of your pranks are the people think you're dead serious. So we're laughing at those people reacting to you being cringe in that moment.
Yeah, a lot of people, they say, like, they'll be like, man, this was a hard watch. Good job, JiDion. Like,
Great job. That's what people like. And it's a generational rift, and it might have been The Office. There are other things that are obviously inspired by The Office, other films, but I didn't even realize it until we were having that discussion in the green room, like how our generation Jamie Foxx was trying to be funny in the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah.
So funny.
Every time he came on screen, and he was succeeded at it, he was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that affects how you guys will do stand-up. Because stand-up isn't trying to not be funny. You could make fun of stand-up, and those are like the alternative guys. Sometimes they have some success. But stand-up needs to be so mainstream for them to succeed. The entire population needs to know what stand-up is for somebody to be making fun of it.
Yeah.
Usually comedy's pretty fringe, so to make fun of it, you're just drafting off of the people who know what it is. Does that make sense?
A little bit, yeah.
So like for example, let's say somebody was like making fun of streamers. First, streamers needs to be mainstream in order for us to get the jokes of making fun of a streamer.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
But if streaming is fringe, which now it's very popular, but if it's fringe, how many people can even get the joke of you making fun
So
of it
everybody got to be in on it to get it when you make fun of it.
when you're making fun of it?
Okay, yeah.
But it's interesting, The Office. So you came up on that. That's
Oh, bro, I probably watched The Office like 15 times over.
Bro.
It's I think it's one of the, because it doesn't try. You know, it's no laugh track.
Exactly
It's
what he
no, it's the zoom ins, the awkwardness. And I guess I low-key try to do that with the videos. It's just like, oh, it's awkward. Like, you know, it's not, I'm not necessarily trying to be funny. It's just like, how can we make this situation just like,
so uncomfortable.
just awkward?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, it's just fun like that, because that's what's funny to me.
Yeah.
That's my type of sense of humor.
I'm not as good at that. I remember Bridesmaids is so built on just being awkward. There's moments where I'm like, yo, I can't do this. Like, just change the channel. Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a moment where they're like trying to one-up each other. These two bridesmaids are trying to like one-up each other in their wedding speeches for the bride. And it just keeps getting more and more awkward and more embarrassing for them. And I'm watching, I'm like, bro, I can't make it through this. I fucking can't handle it.
Yeah.
The Office, there's moments where I'm like, yo, I can't watch this episode. It's too awkward.
Scott's Tots.
Scott's Tots is too awkward.
That shit was hilarious.
All time great.
This episode, you haven't seen The Office, Michael Scott promises all these kids when they're like 5 years old, if you go to college, I'll pay for it. If you graduate high school, I'll pay for your college. They all graduate, throw him this huge thing, and then he has to tell them, I'm not paying for your college. I'm not. I just can't. So that's the whole episode. There is no heartwarming moment. That's the episode. I can't do it. I skipped that episode. I can't do it.
He was like, I thought I was going to be like a multimillionaire by the time I was 35. I thought I was going to do it. And then he gave them all computer batteries because that's what he could afford. He was like, you guys all have chargers for your battery.
I didn't even remember that because I can't watch the
And
episode
they made him
again.
a theme song when he first came in. Like, they were happy to see him. Yeah. There's so many different examples of that. I wish I could find some more shows like The Office.
You ever watch Nathan For You?
Nathan For You is fucking great, dude.
Nathan, he reminds me of, you know, Nika? Nico Amalana.
Oh, yeah. Is that the British dude?
I thought you were setting him up, bro. And I thought you
Say it.
almost had him.
Oh, no.
I thought you almost had him, and I was about to celebrate, bro. Woo! With a do-rag on?
That's about to be the episode of The Office. I was about to stare at the camera. I was going to zoom in.
And we'd leave it in. And we'd leave it in the episode.
Yeah, that would be funny. But yeah, like Nico makes videos like that where it's just like over the top and like I love, but I just can't do that stuff because it's like whenever I like think too much about it, it never comes out good for me. So it's just kind of like we just run and gun it.
You need it to be raw.
Yeah. Like we pulled up to Gatorade HQ.
Okay.
And we had Prime, and we have these fake Gatorade bottles, and we put Prime in it, and I bullshitted my way all the way to the top of the Pepsi HQ, and I had like Gatorade employees try it. One of it was called IMAP Use, so whenever they said it, it sounds like they said I'm a pussy, and like it was like Ice Spice and Walk and all this.
That's funny.
And it was just like it was no big elaborate plan of like, oh, we're gonna do this. It was just, yo, we're just gonna talk to someone, just talk.
Let's see how far we can get.
Yeah. And that's just how I am. Like, I feel like that's just the best for me.
Do your parents watch your content?
Yeah. My parents do watch the videos.
What do they think?
At first, my mom didn't like it. She was like, you can't be a clown every day. But when I wasn't making any money. But then she called me one day. I was actually at FaZe Rug's house. And she was like complaining about my brother about something. So I'm just like listening. And then she was just like, also, I want to apologize to you. She was like, you proved me wrong. And it was like a really cool moment because, you know, usually parents, they don't give you that moment, you know? It's just like, they just like take it to their grave with them. But for her to like just shut up, just be like, you know, you proved me wrong. You did it. And And like, it made me feel really good. It made me feel really good.
Yeah, there's a moment in your you visit the most racist town in America. It's a great video. But there's a moment where you call your mom or your mom calls you and you say, hey, Mom, I'm going to the most racist town in America. I'm thinking all moms are going to be like, what the fuck is this thing you're doing? This is YouTube? You're doing this for views? And she was just like, okay, well, be safe. And the trust blew my mind. So I'm assuming that was a process to get there.
Yeah, I got this. I got this, you know. I'm never going to put my team or myself in danger. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of smart about it. It was like some
kind of danger.
Some white boys that were in the town, so I brought like 16-year-old white kids with me. Like, I was like, they won't shoot the white kids before they shoot me.
Use them as a shield?
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, but like, yeah, man, shit's just fun, bro. Like, it's fun. It's fun. Like, I really love this shit.
What do you make of like the different ecosystems online? Like, what do you make of, you know, the cultural movements on like the manosphere? Like, do you see these things happening in real time? You seem like someone who's really fluent in the internet. Do you see them happening? Do you see them gaining popularity? Did you know it was going to happen years before it spiked?
I try to tap in. I feel like that's where I got to where I am, is because like I'm cool. I'm cool with just about anything. Like, I saw FurryCon. I was like, oh man, I would love to do some stuff with furries. So did furry videos, and then I was like, oh, we got Twitch, so I hopped into the Twitch scene. And then I saw the manosphere growing, so I went on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and I was acting like Andrew Tate, but I was being a simp. And it was just like, I like jumping on a little bit of everything, because that's the type of person I am, bro. I be watching, you would think you would know the videos that I watch, but you don't. Like,
For example?
Man, bro, I love history.
Yeah.
I'm a huge history buff.
Who you on? Knowledgeia? You watch that YouTube channel at all?
Nah, I watch this one called Oversimplified.
Yeah, it's great.
I love Oversimplified.
Fantastic, yeah.
And I just be watching like just these random people making documentaries.
I'm gonna send you a few channels that are great at history.
Please do.
Yeah.
Like, I love
Oversimplified is fantastic. Also, great thumbnails. Right, the little cartoon
figures,
character. It just makes you go, okay, this is dumb enough for me to get. Teach me about Napoleon.
Oh man, people don't realize like thumbnail. Whenever I think of a video, some videos like I have to just come up with the title like last minute. But some videos like with the WNBA, when I thought of it, I was like, oh, what if I titled it "Don't Sleep on the WNBA"? When in the picture is me sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like in my head, I know if I seen that, I'm clicking on it
Immediately.
So
Yeah.
I know everybody else is gonna, and that's how like I do everything. Is like giving strangers the N-word pass, and I was like, damn, everybody puts part ones in their stuff. So I was like, volume 1, volume 2, and I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I have a white person in the thumbnail. Like, I always think about the thumbnail.
Exactly. Giving a black dude the N-word pass is not exciting.
Definitely. Redundant. And it's just so important, because it's just like people say like, oh, don't read a book by its cover. Well, that's bullshit. It's like you look at a book cover and it doesn't look good, you're not gonna read it.
Yeah.
But like if it looks interesting and stuff like that, you're gonna at least pick it up. Like I have enough confidence in myself where it's like the content is gonna grip you. I just need you to give me a chance, click on the thumbnail and get it. So that's why like if you look at my thumbnails, they're more raw. Like I really like to keep them raw. I could do the over-the-top editing like Mr. Beast and stuff, but I feel like
It looks like a frame grab.
What?
Your thumbs.
Yeah.
Like the WNBA one looks like a frame grab just for the video.
And those are the ones that pop off. Like when you look at like the old school YouTube videos,
It's interesting.
It'd be like the most random thumbnails, but they have like 60 million views.
Yeah.
Because it just shows
There's an authenticity to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It almost feels like it was someone else capturing it. It's like not your video. Someone else saw this guy sleeping. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're a random person, you don't know who JiDion is, and you're just scrolling YouTube, you're like, wait, is there a random person sleeping on the thing? Click. If it was super stylized, yeah, you'd probably still get the same. Maybe, I don't know if you'd get the same.
I would challenge you to try it. Like, try just raw.
Yeah.
Pause. Resume. But
do you think it hits different demos? Like the way that you frame it?
That's a great question.
Definitely, but definitely, yeah. Because I look at it like this. It's like Mr. Beast has Mr. Beast thumbnails, and then like I'll see Mr. Beast like copycats all the time where they have like the over AI stuff, and it's like if I'm gonna click on a AI thumbnail, I'm gonna click on a Mr. Beast one. You know, why would I click on someone that's trying to do it? But it's like when it's just a screen grab, it's like okay, damn, this is just something in the video, but that point in the video is interesting to me. I want to see what this is, and so then I would click on it, and that's what I love. It's just like it's just so simple. Like you trust it, because a lot of the stuff you'll see, like people would see my video thinking, oh, he didn't sleep at a WNBA game. Like if I made it over edited, where like it was like one of the girls like pointing at me, and like it was like fucking helicopters and stuff, and just oversaturated, people would be like, oh, this dude's capping. But like when you see it raw, it's like, oh, this had to have happened. Cause bro, I look at it like the news clippings. Every news clip that they post on YouTube, what do? They have it raw. They have it just a raw thumbnail, like just a mug shot or whatever. Or if it's a car chase, it's just like a screenshot of like the car on the highway. And people know it's real, so they click on it. And so that's just what I try to do for my channel. Like it probably is making me grow slower, but like it's making people like trust. Like if he titles it this is exactly.
You also
what
go
happened.
in with the right expectation.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want people to click on the video with the right expectation to enjoy the video.
Yeah.
If it looks too curated, they're gonna think, oh, he set up this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's also
Like-
reflective of the content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If the
which
content
is-
is run and gun, the thumbnail is run and gun.
Yeah.
If the content is super overproduced, Mr. Beast, like the
You
thumbnail
need to
super
curate it. Yeah.
And it's like I feel like Mr. Beast only gets away with it is because like he built that trust.
started it.
If any other like Mr. Beast, he put a gold yacht in his thumbnail. Like any other person put a gold yacht in their thumbnail, I'm gonna be like bullshit. But like Mr. Beast is like, knowing this nigga, he probably has a diamond yacht. So it's like you're gonna trust him and you're gonna click on it.
He
But, like,
over-delivers.
you don't have that trust with other creators.
Right.
So you have to like build that trust with new audiences.
Do you feel like beefing online is important to grow?
Definitely not. Like me personally, I don't like beef. Like I don't try to get in beefs and stuff with people. I know, like with the Pokimane situation, a lot of people are saying that like that was staged and stuff, but like that shit literally just happened. But
What's the Pokimane situation?
oh man,
Do you? I know that I've heard of this, and we even maybe spoke
Yeah, we
about it.
discussed it when it happened.
yeah, I was just
But
like,
she's a streamer.
I was just talking shit on my stream.
Yeah.
Basically. But then like I just saw niggas were just acting weird and stuff. Like they're making it more. I just hate when people make it more than it needs to be. Like kind of like with the WNBA thing.
They were
instead of it being
drumming up.
funny, they're making it like, oh, that's why these women don't. It's just like, bro, you're making it too much. Like
Yeah. They're using you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's like, bro, you're not. And then it's just making me look bad in front of everybody else because it's like they think that's one of my ideas, and it's like, bro, no, I just thought it would be funny. Like I had no ill will or like I get off on
Making these WNBA women feel bad.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
like it's just I thought it was funny, so I did it. But like, I can see how people do that because they take it and they'll just run with it and make their own stories with it and stuff like that.
Are you banned from all NBA events? Because I know the NBA fucks with you pretty
So
heavy before
I
this.
haven't got the letter yet. So once I get the letter, I'll know. But until I get the letter, no.
You gone.
Is the thing with you and Jake Paul, is that a real beef or that's just like internet shit?
I mean, it's not beef anymore. It's just like I was just like, damn, why you talking shit? Like, But I really have nothing against Jake. Like anybody that does something great for YouTube, like I think it's amazing. Like whether you like him or dislike him, he changed the landscape. Like he's taking it to new levels where he's over here headlining huge arenas, fighting like the biggest stars in combat, sports and stuff. And it's just like you can't. I'll be a hater to say I don't respect that.
What was the beef?
I just saw the video you put where you kind of body bagged him talking about how his brother fucked his girl and shit like that. That was crazy.
Yeah, that one was a little wild.
I was like, what?
What'd you
And
say?
that's why I thought it had to be Cap because I'm like, all right, they got to be in on this, or you just took a crazy shot.
So
I really like beefing with people. That was 30 seconds ago.
yeah, no, I did get a little emotional about that one.
Wait. Fill me in, yo.
So it all started back. I was at the UFC. I was at the Izzy versus Pereira fight 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
fire.
I was live streaming it. And Logan came late, and him and his girl, they sat down. And me and Vito, my filmer, were just streaming and stuff. And then Logan leans over. He's like, yo, can we switch seats? He's like, I'm not trying to be on live all night and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. So we switched seats. But then the internet just blew it up, and they were like, damn, Logan Paul just Rosa Park JiDion, and everybody. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny as fuck. People were making memes where it's like Logan, like, say, get in the back of the bus. I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, when you keep it like, like that, like jokes, like I don't mind. Like, you know, I don't look at myself that seriously. Bro, that shit's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But then like a month later, Jake was like sitting. Can you pull it up? I don't know, like Jake Paul called out JiDion or something. Jake's like sitting next to Logan, and Logan's just like, yo, Jake, can you move over? And then Jake's like, I'm not a fanboy like JiDion. I'm not gonna move over like a fanboy. I'm not a bitch ass fanboy. And it was just the fact that he just kept on. It didn't feel like lighthearted. It didn't feel
You
like
think
a
it
joke.
bothered you a little more because the internet had already kind of fucked with you for it, even though you found that funny on some level, that probably stays in there.
Bro, if he just kept it lighthearted, like I wouldn't have tripped. But it was just
But
like,
why is he teasing you if you moved? You did the thing.
I don't know. The crazy thing about it is I've never
He's
said
saying
nothing about it.
he was soft of JiDion to move. That's his point. Like, I'm not soft like that. I'm keeping my seat.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I thought I was just doing a nice thing.
I don't get why they would feel inclined to make a video clowning you after you did them the favor.
That's why he got tight. It's like, yo, why you taking shots at me?
Like if you
for no
didn't
reason,
move and you made a whole thing about not moving, you're like, who is this punk trying to tell me to move? That'd be one thing.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm not a fanboy like JiDion who's like, oh, yes, Logan. Oh, yes, Logan. I'm your own f***ing brother, bro. We can go toe to toe.
Oh, okay, Jake. You can go toe-to-toe with your brother, all right? So, Jake, why didn't you keep the same energy when he f***ed your girlfriend while you were still dating her? Why didn't you do anything about it?
Damn.
I'm just asking questions, man.
God.
Bro. That shit.
God damn, bro.
You really elevated the situation into something.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, they
It's
have
crazy
to be in
because,
on
like,
this shit, 'cause that's
Because it doesn't
crazy.
sound like you
Nah,
did.
there's more smoke here. There's more than meets the eye.
I'm not gonna get into it, but who I was talking to, but like I was talking to somebody about it, and they were like, yeah, you know, he threw a right hook at you, and you dropped an atomic bomb on him.
Yeah.
And they were like, you did elevate it hella, and I was like, yeah, I did. But I was just like, you know, it is what it is. But like I said, like I have no ill will against him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I said that. You got it out.
Yeah. Did he come back? Did he say anything after?
I don't think so.
Damn. Either.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if he wanted to, he could beat my ass.
We know.
Yeah, Jake could beat most people's asses. Jake
Yeah.
could fight, man.
100%.
Yeah.
Have
I
you?
think he was just trying to be funny and it just didn't come across. That's, I think, really all it was.
I'm so confused by that video. Not yours. You do the thing that the guy wants, and then they make a video making fun of you for doing the thing that they want? Am I missing something?
Yeah, I don't think
you're not.
Logan was in on what was going to happen. I think Jake just
Yeah,
tried
Jake
to
was
be
just
funny.
taking a shot.
And he was like, oh, okay. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think Jake is jealous of your content at all?
Shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. If he's jealous of me, like, he gotta do some self-searching because that nigga's
yeah.
a multi-millionaire, like private jets and stuff. Like, you shouldn't be worried about me.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, you're probably doing all right. How's the Rumble deal?
It's going good. It's
Yeah?
going good.
You like the Rumble money? Is it that kick money? Did you wish you waited for the kick money?
Nah.
Definitely not.
Nah.
Why? What's up?
Huh?
Why? What's up? Is kick whack?
Nah.
I'm a complete outsider of this shit.
I'm not gonna talk bad about Kick or nothing like that. I feel like the more companies that pop up, the better. You know, it just like makes it where streamers can.
competition is good.
Yeah, competition is not like a monopoly with just Twitch. So you know, anybody that pops up, you know, hey, do your thing.
What is the advantage you think of streaming? It's like direct connection to your fans.
I feel like it's the most raw. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you're actually talking to them.
Yeah.
You're chilling. You're having a good time. It's just vibes.
Yeah.
It really is vibes. It's like low-key, like if you're doing a show, but like you're doing your show for like 8 hours, you know?
Yeah. I understand that about that connectivity. Like somebody is saying something and you are responding to them. And
Yeah.
they're a super fan. When in history was that possible? Especially from 3,000 miles away, 6,000 miles away,
Never.
10,000 miles away. A kid in Malaysia is typing to you and you're responding to it.
Yeah.
So that's an exhilarating feeling. I can imagine that and probably create some real connectivity. Though the amount of time, like doing it for 8 hours seems.
But you'll be surprised, bro. That should be flying.
Really?
Yeah.
And are you curating like link ups with other people live, or are you doing this the day before? Like, yo, let's get on.
Sometimes I have stuff set up. Like we did a stream the other day where we did Guess the Murderer. So I had like 5 people come inside, and like 4 of them were regular Joes, and then one of them was a murderer.
Like they had murdered a human being?
Yeah. Yeah, like the guy shot someone in the face.
Okay.
And like we had to guess who was the murderer, and they all had fake stories. And like,
And this is your idea. You're cooking these things up.
yeah. I'll be in the lab.
And then how do you produce it? Like, how do you find the murderer?
I just told my management, and they. It's funny because at first he was like, "Yeah, we got her. We found the murderer."
With that one, you hit your
and
management.
then
The 14-year-olds, I'll take care of myself.
Bro, one time we were vlogging, and we were just in LA, and some dude, he was like, "Yo," he was like, "Are y'all doing a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're live right now." And he just comes up to us, and he's like, "Yo," he's like, "Can I shout out my podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, shout it out." And I'm just messing with him a little bit. I'm just like, "Yeah, chat saying WW," and he was just saying how he just got out of jail and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "Chat's asking what you were in jail for," and he just looked at me. He said, "Murder," and like I just looked at him, and I was like, "Cool." And but he was the nicest dude. And he made a podcast. His podcast is the Triple R podcast.
You know what's crazy? I checked that podcast. In the video, you pop up his thumbnail with the Triple R. It had 45 subscribers. You know what it's at now?
What?
152,000.
That's awesome.
That's off of you, bro.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. Wow. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick because I got to show you a product that we literally just got in our hands about 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if I should do this ad read this early, but this is flagrant. We give the people what they need very quickly. We don't waste time. So you all know about freeze pipe. You know that it is the best way to smoke certain substances that you might want to smoke that are legal in some states and not legal in other states. But anyway, if you don't want to burn your lungs, if you don't want to cough up a storm, you use your freeze pipe. Well, now they got this little guy right here. You know what goes right in there? A blunt. Maybe a vape pen. You just stick it right in there. 20 minutes, it freezes. That's all it takes. 20 minutes, not even an hour anymore. 20 minutes, it will give you the much needed icy glycerin coldness that you get with the other products, but it takes 20 minutes. So no more burning lungs, no more coughing unnecessarily. Nice, smooth, cool sensation fills your chest and makes you feel great. So say goodbye to harsh smoke and coughing attacks by shopping the smoothest pipes, bubblers, bongs, and dab rings at thefreezepipe.com and use the code FLAGRANT for 15% off your entire order. And again, make sure you cop this, the glycerin blunt tip. It's a fantastic product, I'm sure of it. Everything else they make is dope. This just came out 20 minutes. Anyway, that is thefreezepipe.com and use the code FLAGRANT so you get your 15% off. Shop today and start fighting fire with ice, especially if you're a cucky asthmatic like me. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a break real quick because I gotta tell you about Honey. It is the easiest way to save money when you're shopping on your computer or your iPhone or Android. I have the extension on my phone, I swear to you, because it saves me money. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. I'm old as shit, so what I used to have to do when I was buying a pair of sneakers is manually search on Google the Finish Line coupon. Most of them suck, they expire. It's a giant waste of my time, and occasionally it would work. I don't have to do that anymore because what Honey does is scours the internet for the coupon code that best applies to your purchase on that website and then automatically applies it. You just gotta wait a few seconds and it does its thing. You get Honey, you just watch prices drop as soon as you apply it as a browser extension or do it on your computer. Again, it has saved me money on sneakers multiple times. It saves me money on electronics sometimes. If it's got a coupon code, Honey will find it. And it doesn't, again, just work on desktop. It works on your smartphones as well. If you have an iPhone, you just go on Safari, you activate it, and then you will save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you will be doing yourself a solid and supporting the show, but what's more important to us is that you save money. So get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/flagrant. Again, that is join, J-O-I-N, honey, H-O-N-E-Y. I'm spelling it for you non-Indians, joinhoney.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to the show.
What's the most scared you ever been in one of your videos?
The most scared?
Like truly like, oh, terrified.
Damn. Shit, I'd be nervous, but like, I wouldn't necessarily say like scared. I really don't know.
Like, are you afraid of the cops at all? Like when the cops pull up on you and like you got someone hidden in a suitcase.
That's just being black, dude. That's not prank.
Yeah, but I'm curious. Like you're like provoking cops.
Yeah.
Nah, like if you're cool with them, they're for the most part cool with you. Like yeah, we run into the assholes every once in a while, but for the most part, the cops be cool. It'd be crazy because I'll get arrested and they'll be in the jail cell like, yo, JiDion, man, can I get a selfie with you real quick? And like I'll be getting selfies with them in there.
Through the bars?
No, whenever I'm getting like checked in and they're like, taking pictures, like because they'll know the angles where the cameras can't see, so like they'll hide the camera and I'll be like this, and
that's dope.
yeah.
So these are the murders that you were having them guess?
Yeah.
Oh, one of them is there live?
Yeah.
They're all there.
Yeah.
One of these guys is a murderer.
Which one do you guys think it is?
Insane, dude. That's what we're saying.
It's got to be the white guy,
I
right?
think it's the white guy.
It's got to be the white guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
You just trying not to be racist? You don't want to say the black guy?
Well, there's a lot of black guys, so I could just say one of them, but I'm assuming that you're going to make the murderer the most unassuming dude.
Yeah, I would say the white guy or the black dude with the beard with a big smile on his face.
So the dude with the beard, he's from the UK. He was
No,
like,
he's not a murderer then.
Brody was like,
Can't shoot somebody.
I killed him with a crowbar. And I was like, yeah, get your ass out of here.
Okay.
The girl, she was saying that she ran over somebody, but her story was so bad. But like, I just kept her in because it was just funny.
Yeah.
And then the white guy said he shot some people in the back because they were breaking into his car.
That's how they
he shot
do
one
it.
in the front and one was running away and he shot him in the back. And he said that's why he got arrested because he shot him in the back. The white guy, the dude in the white shirt, he said that some guys owed him money. And so he pulled up on them. And the last dude, he said that some dude was like trying to touch his son in a Walmart. So he like beat him to death.
Which
so those
one?
are the stories.
Who did it?
There's a dude in the white shirt.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, he's the dude that shot him in the face.
Oh, damn.
So he actually killed somebody.
Yeah, he killed someone. He did 15 years, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're crazy.
And then when it gets revealed, what is the energy? It's not like, it was you. It's not like celebratory, right?
You put a
I just dapped them all up. I was like, lit. And then I just had him like kind of expound on the story a little bit more. And he was just talking about it. He said he has his life in order now. He runs a business and stuff. So he's like doing good for himself. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, me personally, like, I feel like for the most part, all crimes are forgivable. But it's just like, if you're like a EDP, like that shit's just weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't fuck with that.
Yeah. EDP is pedo.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
Eat that pussy.
Get the fuck out of here.
What?
I've never heard
That's what EDP stands for.
Never heard
That's a pedophile.
Eat that pussy is EDP.
You know the story about the guy, right?
No, what really is EDP?
You don't know who EDP is?
Oh, that's
EDP
the
445?
that's the YouTuber, yeah.
Oh, the fat guy? He's like a big, he's in your video. You like cut to him real quick.
When?
Like you have a, I don't know if it's like a meme of him or something in your video.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Like, as a joke.
Yeah.
So EDP is just synonymous for pedo now in like the younger group's age. So if anyone ever calls you an EDP with that mustache, that's what they're saying.
The do-rag balances it out.
The Dewey balances it, bro. You can't be an EDP with a
I
do-rag.
was reading the comment section. They were saying that you look like a Nazi lieutenant. They were flaming. They say you look like you belong on Inglourious Bastards.
There's been a couple good ones.
Bro, you look like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yo,
Hit from
right now?
Napoleon
Right now?
Dynamite.
That's a banger.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This mouth is what's
Hilarious.
When he's waiting for
This shit is
LaFonda.
hard.
Who can eat up with your fade?
No, there is no fade. There is no fade.
There's no fade.
I don't do the fade.
Bro, that's you.
That is funny.
Oh, that's funny.
That is
Yeah, that's-
funny.
Dude.
Turbo T.
Oh, that's so funny. No, that's Kip, bro.
Kip, he's waiting for LaFonda.
Oh,
Yo,
that's
when you was wearing the hairpiece situation, how long does that last for?
Man, it could last forever if you want. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit,
Why not just get the Turkish hairline?
bro, that shit don't work. Cause
Just work.
Yeah, it does.
It absolutely
There's a
works.
whole industry, $billion.
it doesn't work because the
What do
guy
you mean it doesn't work? It does work.
so when you're,
I know people who have it.
Nah,
and
nah.
I promise you,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Keep going.
it's gonna fuck up. So what it is your blood vessel dies, and if the blood vessel dies, it can't stay. So like, you ever notice how Floyd Mayweather, he won't grow his hair out longer than that buzz cut that he has?
Okay.
Because if he does, you're gonna see how weak the hair is.
Right.
The hair is really weak, and it will eventually die out again because those blood vessels are dead. So it doesn't matter how many times you do it. Like, it's best like if you. So for all my people that are like, you're starting to see that you're losing your hair, it's best that you go get shock therapy to. I'm an expert on this.
Shock therapy?
Yeah, shock therapy to revive the blood
cells.
vessels so they don't die. Because once the blood vessel is dried up and gone, you can't do the surgery. Because when they stick it in, they're hoping that it connects to something so it can grow.
Yeah, yeah.
And so all your friends that have it, in like a couple years, 2-3 years, it's gonna start falling out again.
Just
and then
get
they're gonna
some
have to
more.
go back. But it's just, bro, you're gonna have to keep on.
I mean, I believe him because look at LeBron. He got all the money in the world. That motherfucker has
Some
not
people it
been able
doesn't
to
stick
bring
to.
it.
Some
Yeah.
people it's a little bit better. But I have some friends who like it is incredible.
But they might have did it early.
They did it early enough where the blood vessel is still there, but they had the hair fall out.
Exactly.
That's interesting. So if you've been bald for how long? Were you?
I've been bald since I was 20.
And did you start balding
Actually,
in high school?
19. Nah. So my biggest op, Tyrone, he stole my hairline. And he fucked my mom.
Yo, I hate Tyrone.
Whoa.
And he what?
And he fucked my mom.
Wow.
Yeah, our
dude.
generation's a little weird, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
Why would your mother do that?
I be asking her all the time. And she'd say, boy, get off my phone. And then she'll just hang up.
No.
Like,
You on the other line with Tyrone? What did you call Tyrone? Is that what he says?
yeah. Yeah, bro. He's the biggest op ever, bro. Fuck Tyrone.
Why don't you pull up on him? You gotta beat his ass.
Yeah, you don't slide ever, dude.
I did slide on him. I made a diss track on him.
Yeah.
He's
But that's not sliding, bro.
I don't know. It was a pretty devastating diss track.
Was it more devastating than what you said? I mean, does he have a brother? Do him and his brother have anything in common? Like,
That'd be more problems.
it would be.
No, but that's the funnest part is like getting lore. Like on my channel, we have lore. Like we have Tyrone, we have the captain, we have the angry artist, we have Charmaine. It's just like so many different lores.
What's up with Charmaine?
Charmaine. So it was just crazy. Like we hopped on the radio at Target, and I'm just like, yo, there's these black guys like just walking around. Should I just follow them? And they're like, please don't. And I'm like, I don't know, they look suspicious. And I'm just like saying just the most random shit on the walkie-talkies. And like this manager, she's like trying to find us. So like I'm just like running around the store and we walk by this black lady. And like I literally said hello to her and we walked by. And for some reason my filmer, he just turned the camera for a second. And she just turns around and she sees the camera on her. And then she just pulls up with her phone. She's like, why the fuck were you filming me? And then I was like, I'm filming you back. And like, she was just like roasting the shit out of me. She was like, I'm following you to your car. And I was like, I don't have a car, Uber. She was like, yeah, you look broken. Like, you don't have a car. And like, she was just on my ass. But I love her, though. I love her.
And she's Charmaine.
That's Charmaine.
And do you guys go back to the Target? And
Nah, man, bro.
how do you not have a Target sponsorship by now?
Yeah.
You've gotten so much fucking content out of Target. Is that what you do when you go to a new city? You're like, okay, just to warm up for the video, we're gonna go into Target.
I hate fucking with like that was like in the beginning. I like just messing with the stores, but now I like messing with corporations. Like I feel like it's a lot more fun to fuck with corporations because it's just like they're not used to it, you know?
Yeah, and they're on their polite shit. They're on their corporate behavior.
Also,
They
you
have
don't
to-
have sympathy for them, so it's a very easy, like, we're all on your side.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like who's gonna feel bad for Pepsi?
Yeah. Yo, what did you say to the girl? What did you say to the girl in the, I forget if it was a Walmart, I don't know what the fuck it was, but her man came. Her man, he said something to her, and then she started barking at you. And then her man came, and her man was like, damn, bro, why you gotta prank my girl like that? This is for YouTube, babe. What did you...
So, remember when Drake fucking, it leaked that he put hot sauce in his condom?
Yeah.
And the girl like got burnt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I had someone make me a Drake hot sauce condom packet and a fake receipt, and I would just go in the stores returning it. And so I was just in the line talking to her, and I wasn't even talking to her in a nasty way or anything, like you watch it in the video. And she was laughing and everything at first, and then I don't know why, but she just snapped. And she was like, I'm getting my husband to come beat your ass. And then I'm just chilling, and then I just see this big ass black dude come up, and like I tried to juke him out, but I was like, "Fuck."
You know how many people say that about your prank videos? I was just chilling, and this big ass black dude popped up out of nowhere.
Literally, and I was like, "Fuck!" But then I recognized him. He was my homie from high school's dad. And he was like,
No way.
He was like, "Babe, this is for YouTube." He's like, "Why are you doing this to my wife?" And I was just like. And you know it's not like that. Because she was lying and saying that I was asking her if I could fuck her and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, what? Like, I was like, because I don't even be talking like that, you know? Like, that's not funny to me. And
that's serious.
And then I posted the video, and then, like, I'm not gonna lie, the comments were going crazy because, like, they just saw, like, how she acted like a victim and just called her husband over. But, like...
And how many husbands been, you know, gotten serious fights because of some shit like that?
Yeah. And, like, you know, if I didn't know him, like, it would have been something, you know?
Yeah. You actually got incredibly lucky.
Yeah, literally. And I called him and apologized. I was just like, yo.
Scariest time you ever felt? That.
Yeah, that was it, right?
I wasn't necessarily scared, but I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna
Nobody pulled a piece out on you?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. If you show it, you're not gonna blow it. You know what I mean?
Yo.
That's crazy.
Yo. Tell that to Harvey Weinstein.
Also, everyone that got shot saw the gun before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get. But like,
Also, we think they're hiding it when they shoot it.
these niggas go like this or like,
Yeah.
like it's like, bro, like.
So
But
that's
has
happened to
anybody
you?
ever brandished?
Nah. Now I've had a knife pulled out on me.
That's
I've had a knife.
UK hold you down, bro. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to a barber shop, and I was asking them for a haircut, and they're like, yeah, and I had my do-rag on, and they're like, bro, you gotta take this off. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not talking about this. I was like, I just want to shape up my pubes.
No, come on, bro.
And it was funny because they thought it was the funniest thing at first. Like, they were all laughing,
Yeah.
but then when they saw the camera,
They're like, oh, I'm gonna look stupid in front of all these people.
they just got pissed. And they were like, delete that shit right now. And so, like, I just went doot, 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 and then, like, I, like, deleted it, but it was in my, like,
archive.
And they were like, go to your recently deleted. And I, like, talked real fast, and I was like, I just did it. I was like, did you not see me go there? And the guy was like, yeah, I saw him. And I was like, and I had it, but, like, I don't like posting stuff like that because it's not, like, I feel like that's, like, more, I like vibes, you know? I don't like stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't like posting, like, oh, I had a gun pulled on me or stuff. Like, I feel like that's lame.
You just want it to be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's more like, look how extreme a thing happened in a video,
Yeah.
and less like, look at this creative idea that
It'd be like if you said, like, a horrible joke, right?
I like that.
But someone just, like, is going crazy. Like, rah, 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 and you're not even, like, really handling it good. It's not even like you're doing good crowd control. They're just going crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, would you post it?
Only if there's a really funny thing that's happening. It has to be hilarious.
Exactly, and there's nothing funny about it.
If it's not funny, exactly. Your goal is making people laugh, and just showing somebody brandish a gun, nobody's laughing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see when I do it. But if somebody brought out the gun, and then you were like, show it or blow it, and then he was just like, and then he starts dying laughing.
That'd be funny.
Are you gonna? There you go.
That'd be funny.
There's no pressure on you to hop in that lane of doing the extreme pranks that get, because I see a lot of people winning, but it's a short-term win.
Like the OnlyFans girls, like they start out just showing their feet or titties, and then eventually the subs drop. So it's like, oh, I need to step it up.
You know what's
They
crazy,
suck a
man?
dick.
I've been thinking about this, bro. Like,
OnlyFans? Would you though?
I'm
Would
not
you
gonna lie,
though?
I have a fat ass. Like, no homo.
You let someone tear it up?
No.
Come on,
No.
What about nice and slow? Shut up, Ursher. What about Ursher?
You know what's crazy? My mom, she
can get that
she
out.
wouldn't let me wear tight pants. She's like, don't wear tight pants. Someone's gonna come up there and stick you in the butt.
Wait a minute, are you Jamaican? Wait.
No, he's
I don't
Southern
know what I
Christian.
am. I wish I did.
Your mom's from Houston?
Yeah.
Texas Christian, bro. Come on.
No,
I know
my
this.
mom's hilarious. My mom, she's so, you know what's crazy? She goes to young people and she be like, do you know JiDion? She's like, that's my son. And so I'll be getting a phone call. She's like, I know you told me to stop doing this, but I have some more fans. And they're like, hey, JiDion. I'm like, yo, what's up? And it's just cool. Like, she'll be telling everybody. And, like, she's a huge Trump fan. My mom, she loves My mom fucking loves Trump. And when I met him and took a picture with him,
This is why you're such an independent thinker. You come from an independent thinker. Like the pressure your mom probably has to be a black woman in Trump, and the fact that she's like, I don't give a fuck what any of these people think. This is what I like, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
And if you're already not with a huge friend group when you're super young, you're like, what do I gotta lose? Like,
that's really okay. So go on this with your mom. That's really interesting.
No, whenever it's I think the craziest thing as ever. I was taking pictures at a Minnesota game. And I just feel someone like tapping me on my shoulder, and I'm thinking they want a picture, and I'm taking pictures, so I'm just like, "Yo, give me 1 second."
Yeah.
And then I turn around, and it's Mark Cuban.
Yeah,
whoa,
crazy.
And he was like, "Yo, man, I gotta get a picture with you. My son loves you." And like, I think that was like my first like damn moment. Like,
Yeah.
like you really don't know who
It's happening.
watches.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like this man's like a multi-billionaire, and he enjoys my content and stuff. And it's just like, and I show my
He's
mom that
using
clip.
you to impress his son.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
like,
how thankless kids are. Also, you're not impressed by your billionaire, famous father. You fucking.
and like Cat, he'll be telling me all the time, like he'll be like, bro, all people ask me is about you. Like, when are you gonna see JiDion again? When are you gonna? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Wow.
It's just,
Tell me
it's
about
just
your
crazy.
mom though. This is really interesting to me.
My mom, yeah, my
When did
mom's
she get into
hilarious.
the Trump thing? Was she into Bush before that, or is it specifically?
Nah,
Trump?
so my mom was like, she was like Obama, like she
All
was,
Obama.
She was hard Obama, but then she was like, nah, they're manipulating us. They just want to get the black vote, and then she just switched over to Trump. And me personally, I don't vote.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I saw like the transition, and like now she watches Fox News, and it's crazy. She went from
got
CNN
They
to Fox
radicalized her.
News, and she is conservative. Like, she's conservative, but it's funny. It's funny. I be telling her all the time. I'm like, when you gonna rock your MAGA hat? And she's like, man, I'm not trying to get jumped.
Bro, you gotta get a MAGA do-rag, bro. That should be crazy. Get your mom one of those.
It's crazy. I feel like it's a lot cooler now, but like, if you were black and said you like Trump back in 2016, you would get cooked up.
Yeah.
What?
You would get cooked up bad. But like now, it's
a
like
little bit more freedom to do it because if the stakes feel a little bit lower. Maybe if it gets closer to election time and it's a reality where like he could potentially win, we'll see. Maybe people start to cook you up a little bit more. The temperature gets hot around election time.
I got cooked up for taking a picture with him. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, this is a former president.
United States. of
I'm
America.
gonna ask him for a picture, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and people were like, how the fuck could you take a picture with him and stuff like that? I was like, nigga, suck my dick. Like,
Yeah. What was his compliment to you when he saw you? He always opens with a compliment.
So it's crazy. I was with the CEO of Rumble.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, could you ask Mr. Trump if I could take a picture with him?
Yeah.
And he was afraid I was gonna do something. He was like, nah. And he was like, I was like, okay, he's being too pussy. So Donald Trump Jr. had came up to me earlier to meet his son.
Yeah.
And I took a picture with his son. So as Donald Trump Jr., I was like, yo, you think it's okay if I take a picture with your father? He's like, yeah. And so Donald Trump Jr., he took the picture for us. And I shook his hand, and I was talking to him, and I was like, Mr. Trump, is it cool if I get a small loan of $1 million? And I'm not gonna lie, I got hella nervous. And so like I turned away real fast, but I was like, I gotta say it. And I said it, and he was just laughing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He thought it was
good.
funny. And he was a really cool dude.
And did he say anything about you? Did he be, you're tall, you're strong? He usually opens with a compliment.
That's a good
He was just like, how you doing, young man?
Yeah, like tons of like positivity on the open.
Yeah. You know DJ Academic? Of
course.
It was so funny because when he first walked in,
He thought you were him.
like, bro, he like shut down the place. Like,
yeah, of
for a
course,
minute,
yeah.
like everybody was just like, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
And he's just like walking by. And so I'm with Aiden. And so like Aiden stands up first, he shakes his hand, and I stand up and I shake his hand. And then like Academics is behind me. And that boy Academics was just on his phone. And like everybody was clowning him saying like, oh, that boy on the weather app. And like Academics like didn't like take a picture with him at first. And everybody was afraid to ask for a picture. But like I was the first person that went up and asked. Then after I asked, everybody.
floodgates.
Yeah, like everybody was just like, oh, I'm gonna go get my picture, I'm gonna go get my picture.
Yeah.
And then Academics was like, you know what? Like, because I know he's probably like nervous, and he's like, fuck it. And then like Academics finally went up and got one.
Because most people are worried about the scrutiny.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying to you earlier. It's like, you don't think about that. You're
Nah,
like,
man.
I want this thing. I will go do it. And your mom is also like, I believe this thing. I'm going to do it. It's rare. Independent thought is rare. Regardless if people think you're right or wrong.
Very
Yeah.
independent.
The bravery to think independently is rare.
Because like, you know, some people, I feel like that stunts your creativity. Like if you guys have a joke and you're like, damn, how's everybody gonna react to this? Are people gonna get mad or stuff like that? Then it's just like you're always in your head, and then when you do it, you're not gonna do it to your best
And
ability.
you're not creating authentically.
Yeah.
You're creating based on what they will want, what they will enjoy. And it's like, no, you have to lead them. They're here watching you. They're here
Literally.
curious about what you're gonna put out.
But now, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of be talking to myself. I'm just like, you know, I've done a lot of crazy stuff, and it's just like, you know, I do want to just kind of like just chill out, and like, I do have the fan base where I can just chill. Like, I'd be on my second channel just reacting to videos, and they'll be getting a couple million views and stuff, and it's like, I'm realizing like people really just fuck with me for me, so it's just like, you know, I just want to be on some chill stuff and just, you know, just go here and do this, or just show cool experiences while being myself, you know? It doesn't always have to be a title don't sleep on the WNBA or you know, fake beer. You know, it could just be on some chill stuff, and that's when the best stuff comes. Is like just you going about doing your thing and just having fun.
Now I've heard you say you're done at 25. Do you still believe that, or is that something that's morphed? What is it gonna be?
Nah, cause like I know I have like an idea, and it's just like I'll get that itch, and I'll want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and
do you have a vision for what you want your career, your content to morph into, or no?
Bro, I'm already blessed. Like, it doesn't matter if I fall off or anything. It's just like, at the end of the day, it's like I won. Like,
yeah,
I make money making videos. You know what I mean? I did get in that circle, like you were saying, of just like chasing subscribers, chasing this and that. But then like I really just like prayed and sat to myself and thought about it. Like, you know, okay, I'm at 7 million subs now. If I got to 10 tomorrow, would anything really change? And it's like, no. And it's just like...
Success is addictive, though. And it's a beautiful thing, but it is not as fruitful as the passion or the art and the idea.
Do you ever be like just thinking back on the grind? Do you miss it?
No, because I still see myself in the grind. I think it's more like I have to give myself a little moment to go, hey, look what we did.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to just focus on what's next. So every once in a while I have to go, oh shit, look at this studio. You know, we started in a thing that was the size of the booth where Miles is at. And now we built this whole fucking studio. Oh shit, we're on the road. We got arenas sold out. Like, I have to go, this is awesome. Because it's very easy to look one step beyond where you are.
Yeah.
But the catalyst to keep creating, I think, is just the desire to like execute the project and to like push the art forward. Like, what have I not done yet? What have people not done yet? How can I challenge myself? And how can I make sure that this stand-up set is different than the last? What have I not shown? How can I show it?
Yeah.
What have I not done yet? How can I do that? And do that even when the audience might be expecting something different.
Yeah.
That's the biggest challenge. Like they start to expect something from you. So the scariest thing in that moment is to change because it's going against their expectation potentially. And now it has to be so good that it has to be against their expectation and still surpass what they want.
I think the first time I did something like that was we did this series called The Biggest Menace, where it was me and this guy from the UK, Nico.
Yeah.
And he's like the biggest prankster out there. And like he would have challenges for me to do, and I would have challenges for him to do. And it took us a year to do it. And we put like over $1 million into it. And like it was like when you're just working on something for a year and no one knows about it and no one sees it, it's like you're really just in your inner thoughts like, damn, is it gonna work? Like, but it's like just seeing the payoff and like the reaction to it and people loving it and stuff like that. Like,
so satisfying.
Oh man, it's the best.
Yeah, you're doing something you haven't done before. It's dangerous. It's scary.
It's so scary.
Yeah. And the audience doesn't know what it is. You don't know if they're gonna like it. That's the ballsy thing. We were talking about this over the weekend, but I think you even brought up like Drake is a good example. Queen, a good example. Like music, bands that will like change their music.
Yeah.
While they're at the top. That's a ballsy fucking thing to do. But those are the people who last. And the people who like start doing almost like impressions of themselves don't last.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're just chasing success, what we were talking about. They're like, okay, as long as my numbers stay like this or as long as this happens right there. No, you got to take the risk of doing something different. And I think if you execute it really well, your audience appreciates that you were brave enough to do that and then give them something they didn't even know that they liked.
What do you think your change would be?
We're working on it now. Been working on it for a while. Very excited to show it to people.
For real?
Yeah. You'll come see it. You'll come out to a show soon.
Definitely.
But it's with stand-up, and it's something I've been working fucking really hard on. And something I haven't spoken about on podcasts or socials or anything. It's just been very difficult that I've gone through over the last like year, and the only place I've spoken about is through stand-up. And yeah, I want this new tour to be the perfect execution of that.
Because Hersey put me on to you. Hersey's a huge fan. That's why I brought him out.
Respect, Hersey.
And he was just telling me how like you saw Russ and like what he was doing and like
with music,
how you revised that for comedy. And
totally.
It was just like, it's just crazy like And like, cause I get inspiration from so many other different fields and just how people do things differently. Where really like nothing is really different at the end of the day. It's like you could take a little bit from something and add it to yourself, and it was just like the way you saw that and like change it to yourself. Like it was just like, man, and like now seeing where you are, it's just like you always have to like take that leap.
Bro, Russ, yeah, he changed everything for me, man. I mean, there's so many other people that played this incredible role. Like Charlemagne was massive, like giving me an audience to speak to every week. You know what I mean? Like that was huge. And obviously Rogan and all the guys. But like Russ was putting a new song out every week. He was writing it. He was writing the beats. He was doing everything. I saw him do that, and I was like, wow. Like if I don't try that with comedy, I'm not at least doing everything I can.
Yeah.
That's the bare minimum to do everything I can because this guy's doing it.
Yeah.
So I should try it as well. And it's weird. That's now has become kind of this industry standard. Like everybody are putting out their clips every single week or their moments that happen at their shows. And it's been really cool. And that comes from Russ. And I try to say it as many times as possible because he deserves credit for it. Even though it's a different industry, it's like, if he didn't do it, I don't think I'd come to that idea.
No, TikTok low-key saved my career because I was just kind of doing like what's the word? Algorithm videos.
Yeah.
Like videos I knew that would do good, but then like I like stalled, and for like 6 months I was stuck at 244,000. Like fucking hate that number. Like just seeing it, and like every time I would post, just lose subscribers. Had 244,000 subs and only getting 3,000 views a video. Like it was to the point where it's like I didn't even want to show my channel to nobody. Like because like I would show it to someone and they'd be like, "Damn, you have 244,000, but you only get 3,000 views a video," and it was like low-key embarrassing. And I was about to like I was gonna delete my channel. I was just gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep on working at Lowe's and I'm not gonna even worry about it. And then my friend, he told me, he's like, bro, like all of us helped you out with the videos. It's like, you don't have to keep on making videos. You might as well just leave them up. So I just left it. And then like 2 weeks later, like I just prayed and I was just like, God, like please just give me like a love for it and a passion for it. So that way I can just like go hard. And I did this one video. Like I said, you know what? I'm gonna only do videos that I think are funny. And so I had thought of this idea of like getting an RC car and putting a walkie-talkie on it and just like driving it up to people and just talking shit. Like if someone's at a bench, like move off the bench, move like just like I just did it. And then I posted the video and it really wasn't doing nothing. And something was just like make a TikTok clip. And I hadn't even made a TikTok clip yet. And I was just like, all right. So I made a TikTok clip, I posted it, and I didn't have noties on my TikTok yet. So I'm doing Uber Eats. And I'm like 3 hours in, I'm just delivering stuff.
Noties or notifications?
Yeah. There you go.
I'm nice, bro. Window, bro. Go on. You're doing Uber Eats.
I'm just like, it's like 3 hours in, and then I'm just like, oh, let me see how it's doing. And I check.
Crazy.
And it's at like 80,000 likes, 200,000 views in 3 hours. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, I've been losing subs for 6 months, and this was the first time I'm gaining subs. It topped off at like 6 million views and 1 million likes on TikTok. And like, usually people don't get like a traction from TikTok to YouTube, but I literally gained 20,000 subs from that one TikTok.
So people are like, I need more of this, and then they went and found all your videos.
Yeah.
Then you had all those videos that didn't have all that many views, and then they all flooded it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
did all those videos go up?
Not really, but it was just that one video. That one video, I think it topped off at like 80K, which is like numbers I hadn't touched in months. So I was just happy. And so I just like kept on posting. And then I took another leap where I was just like, you know what? Instead of putting background music in my videos, because I was like, oh, if I don't put background music, it's not gonna hold their attention. I was just like, you know what? Like I just wanted to feel more raw. So like I took a huge leap and like just cut out background music. And then that was the video I met Tyrone. And then that was like my first lore video.
Yeah, you created culture.
Yeah.
Created community.
Till this day, people all over the world, they'll be like, fuck Tyrone.
Fuck Tyrone.
I haven't seen them in like 3 years and they still say it. And like, it's just like, it was a blessing. And like, I just started posting. So I say like, if anyone's trying to like grow their YouTube or whatever, like definitely like post clips on TikTok. Like now you see it all the time, you know? Like,
but also do what you love. Like, I don't know, to me, that was the biggest part of the message right there is like, I said, I'm gonna do the videos I'm passionate about, that I find funny. Instead of chasing the algo, I'm gonna post what I like, what I enjoy creating, and then hopefully the algorithm will find the people that have a similar sense of humor as me. That's the beautiful thing about the fucking internet. It's like, I don't understand why anybody's chasing, right? when you have the opportunity to build your own community. Back in the day when shit was on TV, you're too young to probably even remember this, but like you had to conform to what Channel 11's audience was. Because Channel 11 was like, hey, our demographic is women from 30 to 50. So you need to write a show for that. So everything was conforming.
Yeah.
Now you could be your realest, authentic self and you might find 200,000 people to fuck with you. And that's way better than faking like you a 45-year-old white lady. You know? So I love that. Me, that's the message right there. You said, I'm gonna create for me.
Yeah.
And then immediately the internet was like, oh, we like that. Keep giving us that.
Yeah, because like, you know, like, yeah, a lot of people don't fuck with me, but like, I have a lot of people that do fuck with me.
A lot of people do.
And like, I think that's the most important thing. Is just like, you know, I'm not trying to be funny for everybody or include everybody. Yep. It's crazy. I saw Ice Cube. He was talking about how he made Friday, and he was saying how like they were just trying to like accomplish like what happened in the hood, and they weren't trying to make it broad for everybody. They just wanted it to make like oh man, remember when you used to live in the hood? And he was like, and he said, you make it the best stuff where you always keep your core audience at the forefront, because it's like a club, and either everybody's looking from the outside and they want to join in and they'll come in, but if you look to grab people, then the people that are already inside are gonna leave.
You ever travel? You go like, let's say you go to Paris or you're going to Italy or you're going to London, whatever like that. Like you don't go to an Americanized bar, a hard rock cafe. Like you don't go all the way over there to get a version of home, right? You go over there because you're curious about this thing you know nothing about, and you want to be this most authentic self. And I think that was Friday in a lot of ways. It was like people who didn't live that life were like, "Oh, is this what it's like? This is cool." And the people who did were like, "Finally." Not some fucking whitewashed Hollywood version of what like Compton's supposed to look like. It was like The Wire. Like there's this show on HBO. You've ever heard of The Wire?
Yeah.
And it's like The Wire. I remember watching The Wire as a kid, and I felt like a voyeur. I was like, whoa, is this Baltimore? This is incredible. This is fascinating. And then people who grew up in Baltimore were like, did they really make a real Baltimore show? People felt that way about The Sopranos. It's like everything that succeeds is so authentic, and it's not trying to like reach across the aisle and make sure you feel comfortable watching it. It's like painfully authentic. That's Patrice. Painfully authentic. And then the authenticity increases the curiosity. Everybody wants to know about some shit that they're excluded from or they haven't even heard of. And maybe by creating shit that was for you, that's what you did. People on the outside were like, who is this crazy motherfucker sleeping at a WNBA game? And the people on the inside were like, oh, Tyrone gonna get it when he finds him in a few years. Like, you created the community. I don't know, that's what we try to do here, and I think it's beautiful.
When the videos weren't hitting, when you put out that, the getting evicted, was that real?
Oh, I did get evicted.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
but
was
it wasn't like financial issues or nothing. It was because we were like in the UK for like a month, and we missed a payment, so they're like, if you miss a payment, you have to come in somewhere. And I was like, yo, I'm in the UK. Like, I can't go into there. And so, like, they just, like, start the eviction process. And then one day I just came over, because we moved into a new crib, and went over to the old crib just to get something. And I just saw all my shit outside. And I was just like, damn. And I was just like, it was all, like.
Yo, I have a video for you.
What?
If you can recreate that. They just put your stuff outside?
They put it all outside.
Can you get evicted but only have dildos in the apartment?
That'll be jokes.
And then they have to put them outside.
It's just all sex toys.
The whole day. They just have to.
It's a guy tied up.
We did a bit where like we went to a car wash and I just had a bunch of dildos around the car.
And like to wash them?
Yeah, they're just like inside the car detailing it.
That's
and it's just
fucking great.
And it's like you see them like trying to avoid it. And around.
Oh, that's fine.
I love shit like that. That shit's so. Or my favorite stuff to do is we'll be at the airport. It's a bit I did, and we're gonna post it again. Where like I'll have like these movies, but like they're like parodies. So it's like
Forrest Hump.
Yeah, Forrest Hump or Black Hawk Down. It'll be like these like porno things, and I'll like make them. I'll put them in CD or like CD holders.
Yeah.
And I'll like make it look like the real movies, and I'll be running like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be late. And then I'll fall. And then like I'll drop everything, and then people come to help, but then they're just like looking at it. I'm like, just give me that, give me that, give me that. And so we did it again, but like I just had a shit ton of dildos and like condoms and fucking G-strings and stuff, and I just like fell. And this guy was helping me. I was like, here, pick this up, pick this up. I was like giving him the dildos and stuff. And like, Buddy's a champ because like he was holding it. And like I just got everything. I was like, thank you, thank you. And I just like ran off. And it's like shit like I think like shit like that's just fucking hilarious. Because like if you see that, like
You die.
You're telling everybody, like you're like, oh, bro, you won't believe
Yeah.
what I saw. Some weirdo was like fucking dropped all his dildos on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's my type of sense of humor.
Bro, there was one thing that was killing me, bro. There were some dudes, I guess, in the Walmart or the Target. I don't know if it was you filming, but you made it almost seem like you were on their side when they were attacking the person filming you. Do you remember this?
Oh, you're talking about the Why Are You Filming Me?
Why you filming me, right?
Oh, yeah.
But-
Shout out to Tanner.
Nah, this was my favorite part. So the dudes are like, why you filming me? And then he starts acting as if he's with the dudes who are like, why the fuck you filming these two white guys? And he starts like holding the dude back, but like really like holding him. Like, mad time. You were on his titties and his belly.
Like, Eric, don't throw your life away.
Yeah. And then you were telling the other dude to hold you back. And like he was. Like it was just like they had to at some point realize, right?
Bro, they don't. So the guy I was doing it, the white dude, he's the one that started that. And like he had like 3,000 subs. And I saw that shit, I was just crying. So I DM'd him, I was like, bro, if you can fly out to Houston, you can crash at my crib and we can knock this out. And so he flew out and we just went out and like, it's just crazy. Like we would just like be talking to them about, and we'd be like, is he with you? Like, no. Like, why are you filming it? And like, it's just like everybody's reaction is just like, why are you filming it? We tell our filmers don't say nothing. So they're just like filming. And then we went to a club.
Son,
And
the way you held him, son, mad times. That was so fucking funny.
I don't know, do you be on TikTok? You guys be on?
Yeah.
You ever heard that sound, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin?
Yeah.
So that's me. So, can you
That's
pull up?
Kodak Black, my boy.
No, but like,
that kinda guy.
it was a sound.
Oh, there's an audio that went viral, you're saying.
This one?
You do kind of have cake, bro.
I knew he was
That's
going
crazy, right? Little fucking Starbucks cake pop.
We all wanted to point it out. Thank God you did.
Can you guys please go away? Yeah, why y'all recording? Wait, hold on. I got this, man. I got this. Why you guys recording? No legal right. Your expensive camera. They probably paid a lot of money for it. Yo, can we get security?
What are we doing? Why?
Hold on, man. It's not worth it, Eric. Eric, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna let them. It's not worth it. Here, I'll cover you. Meet us outside. Meet us outside. Meet us outside.
I don't know. He's recording for some reason, getting up in our fucking faces and shit.
They're trying to go viral. Yeah. Oh, here. Can you hold this for me real quick? I'll make you go viral.
He's holding the muscle.
I'll make you go viral, right? What's up? What's up? It's not worth it, Eric. It's not worth it, bro. You should go viral.
You trying to swing on him and then also immediately go, yo.
I'm like really
it's
trying to
not
protect my filmer. Because Brody was about to sleep my filmer. And I was like, I'm really protecting Vito.
Hold him like that in them short ass shorts too and Crocs.
Literally, I look like a mess. So we're at this club. It's called Voodoo Hut. And I'm just like, why are you filming me? And then this one, the security guard just tackled
Stop
me.
filming me. Say you won't. No balls. You won't. That's what I'm saying. That's weird. Ma'am, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna snap. I'm gonna snap. Hey, I got
God damn.
Bro.
You can't stop me. Give me that footage right now. Let me go. Let me go, bro. Stop. Let me throw my life away. Give me that SD card right now. Stop. Once he lets me go, I'm breaking that camera. Hey, chill out, bro. Once he lets me go, you are finished.
You sound like Alex Jones, bro.
Okay, here. I surrender. I'm not gonna do nothing. I promise.
If you do something else, you ended up back down here.
I promise. I'm not gonna do anything.
Stop.
Stop. I want to throw my life away.
You got it, throw it.
I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it. 'Cause I'm a gremlin.
And it's just like, the funny thing about it is like, none of them realized that we were just all joking.
The cops gotta know you're fucking around.
Nah, no, they didn't. Because I was asking the cops if I could fight them. I was like, can I do mutual combat with them right here? And they were like, no.
You're a bold ass black dude, bro. Getting choked out by a cop and staying.
Do you have no fear of the cops at all?
Post Derek
Nothing?
Chauvin.
It's progress.
I really like.
That really is progress.
Progress.
Yeah.
I would never attempt no shit like that.
The crazy thing about it was like he wasn't even like restraining me hard. Like
I know.
I was just like acting like it was harder than it really was. But like, oh man, this shit was. But you see my homie right there in the blue, he got shot.
What?
Yeah, he got shot. He just recovered. He did
For this prank?
No, he did a.
That's progress.
Literally just recovered. He went to the mall and he was doing like a fake translator prank, and like he was like just speaking gibberish. He was like, blah, 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 blah. And the guy was like, what? He's like, blah, blah. And then like he would just say something on the thing.
Yeah.
And he just had it say like, you smell like Fruit Loops today, or something like that, and he put it in his ear. And the guy just looked at him, pulled out a gun, and just shot him in the stomach.
No.
What?
He showed it and blowed it, huh?
What?
Wow.
My man was about it.
And bro, it was just like all these like reaction channels were just cooking him and stuff like that.
Wait, is the video? He put up the video?
No, he hasn't put up the video. I think the cops have it, but I think he got it back. I don't know yet, but he just recovered. He just posted his first video back, but
Were there charges against the guy that shot him?
yeah, they were trying to put charges against him too.
For what? Saying somebody smelled like Fruit Loops?
Yeah, they were saying like he like initiated it or something like that. But the dude like apparently like the dude that did it like he had like crazy mental illness, like really bad.
Yeah.
Apparently also like he was like an EDP too, like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it was like low key deep, but
that doesn't get you scared hearing that?
Uh-huh.
Because that's just a friendly prank, and then that shit just went wrong.
Yeah, that wasn't even like, some of these pranks are like, yo, you kind of deserved it. That one doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, and like people were lying. They were saying like they were like saying like the most random stuff. They were like, oh, he was doing like stealing people's car. Like they were like just making a bullshit to like kind of rationalize why he got shot. But like that was the whole thing, was like he just said you smell like Fruit Loops, and the guy just shot him.
Like, how do you assess someone that you're gonna like do a video on? You know what I mean? Like, if you're walking in Walmart, are you like, oh, that person's too crazy?
Nah, like, I don't want to be a bitch. Like, you know, like, I don't want to be that guy that just, like, goes up to girls, or, like, I'll go to a big-ass dude, but it's like, I'm not, like, gonna just, like, disrespect you, like, oh, you look like a bitch. Like, you know, that's not funny. It's just, like, just say something stupid, like, bro, what's your workout program? I'm trying to get like you, or, like, like, just, like, start a conversation or something. You know, like, that just ends it being, like, more of a vibe than you know, that. But then now it's hard. Like I go talk to somebody and they'll turn around and they'll be like, "Oh, what's up, JiDion?" I'm just like,
Don't know.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Motherfuckers hear my voice. And they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I heard your voice," and I'm just like, "What the fuck does that even mean? Like you just heard me." And
Yeah, that sucks.
You might need wig, bro. You might need a wig.
a wig.
I'm just saying, like, if the Dewey is so synonymous with you, and they see you in Target, it's 100%.
But like my style, like I hate hidden pranks because that's the hardest. Hidden pranks are the hardest, bro. Like,
What do you mean?
Like when you have to like set up the camera and like your cameraman can't be seen.
Yeah.
Those shits are so stressful. Like I do not like doing hidden pranks. Like I just like running gun.
Yeah.
Running gun, just going around. Like if you see the camera, you see the camera. If you don't, you don't. Like I don't really care if you see the camera or not. Like I just want to talk to you.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a break real quick because I have to tell you about Fume. Some of you have a very bad habit that I cannot name for monetization reasons, but you know what it is. Maybe it's a product filled with substances, brands like Marlboro, whatever. You don't want to do that anymore. But quitting is hard, so instead, why don't you just replace that bad habit with a habit that's not bad for you at all, maybe even kind of good for you, and that's where Fume comes in. It's an innovative and award-winning device that doesn't use electronics, it's completely natural, it doesn't use vapor, it uses flavored air, and instead of harmful chemicals, it uses all natural, delicious flavors. I'm telling you, this thing is incredible, so this is the best way to do something. Instead of just trying to quit a bad habit altogether, replace that bad habit with a good habit. And it comes with an adjustable airflow dial designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting. You know, sometimes you just need something to do with your fingers. Look at that. Nice little clicking sound, probably ruining the audio, but that's not your concern when you buy a Fume. Give your fingers something to do. The first time you try it, it tastes great. I promise you, you'll like it. It's more flavorful than you think. It feels very fresh. It feels great. It doesn't feel cheap. It's got a nice weight to it, and it looks great. Look at this. Look at that. Flavored air, fantastic. So Fume has served over 100,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there is no reason the next one cannot be you. Extend your life. Quit that disgusting habit that we cannot name for stupid monetization reasons and replace it with a healthy habit. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup with those habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. All you got to do is head to tryfume.com. That's TRYFUM.com and use the code FLAGRANT to save 10% off when you get the Journey Pack today. Again, that is TRYFUM.com and use the code FLAGRANT to save an additional 10% on your order today. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're going to take a break real quick, but it's not just to tell you about Morgan & Morgan because you already know that it's America's largest injury law firm. You already know they have a proven track record of fighting for the people with over $15 billion recovered for their clients. And you already know that submitting an injury claim is free and easy. You just do it online. But did you know that they are also the official injury law firm partner of the UFC? A sport that probably needs injury law firm partners. So to show that they are for the people, they're giving one lucky winner $2,000 and 2 tickets to UFC 292 to see Aljamain Sterling and Sugar Sean O'Malley, both our boys, go at it in Boston. Again, they could just give you 1 UFC ticket. They're giving you 2. They could give you no money. They're giving you $2,000. This is the law firm of the people. All you got to do to enter is easy. It's just like submitting a claim. You go to morganufc.com/flagrant. Again, that is morganufc.com/flagrant for your chance to win $2,000 and 2 tickets to UFC 292 in Boston. Now, I have to say this. It's a disclaimer I got to give. There is no purchase necessary. It is open to legal residents of the 48 contiguous United States and D.C. who are 18 plus. Sweepstakes ends, this is important, sweepstakes ends August 4th, 2023. For entry and official rules, visit morganufc.sweepp.com. Why is the website .sweepp.com? I don't know. But you can also just go above, like I said, morganufc.com/flagrant for your chance to win those $2,000. Go to either one. Let's get back to the show.
Have you ever had an idea that's like so wild even for you that you're like, bro, I wish I could do it, but I just can't?
Yeah, I had a really fucked up idea and all my friends talked me out of it, and I'm glad they did.
Oh boy, let's go.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I wanted to go to like an AA meeting.
Okay.
And like drink fake beers during it, and it's crazy because like
I would have talked you into it.
I told my mom about it, and my mom was like, "No, don't do that." She was like, "Cause probably one of your fans, like their parents are alcoholics, and they use your video as an escape." And I was just like, damn. And I feel like it's probably like the same with jokes. It's like, you're always thinking of like ways to like one-up yourself. So it's like, you do kind of like go in like a fucked up territory where it's like, damn, is this really bad? And like, you have to like ask people around you like, yo, what do you guys think about this? And it's just like, you know, they keep me straight. Like,
what about a prank that you would do, but you're worried you'd go to prison?
A prank I would do?
Is there anything that you're worried about the legal ramifications?
You see, when you think about that, like, it's just, it makes it lame. Like, you just gotta go with the flow, you know what I mean?
So there's nothing besides the AA thing that you're like, I just can't do that. That's too risky.
Bro, like, I'm low-key a pussy too. Like, I would hate for like one of my like fans to just be like, damn, man, I really looked up to you and then you did that. And it's just like, man, like, that would actually like genuinely hurt me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, fuck. It'd be like, maybe like, let's say, I don't know. Let's say you made a joke about someone like autistic.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, I'm a huge autistic fan. And like, but I guess it's different with comedy.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I would just feel bad. So now I'm trying to like find more like where it's just like, okay, you're a huge corporation or you're a person, like a famous person. It's like, it's cool it's okay. Like, you can handle it. Like, I'm like more looking towards that direction.
Do you feel any responsibility of contacting other pranksters that are going too far? Like, I saw some dude in the UK that he recently got locked up. He was like entering people's houses and shit.
Yeah,
like
I talked to that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like,
what'd you say?
I was just like,
good job.
Try that in a small town.
I kept it a buck with him. His name is Mizzy. I was like, bro, you're doing all this, and it's like, yeah, you're gaining a fan base, but you're gonna lose all your social medias. He's like, that's the thing, I don't even have a social media. Like, Brody lost his TikTok, his YouTube, Facebook, all that, and I was just like, bro, you can't even monetize. And he was like, it's not about monetizing, it's about the movement. And I was like, what the fuck's the movement when the movement doesn't have nowhere to gather? And like, there's a lot of people like, bro, there's this one dude, his name is fucking, or something like that. Fucking bleep out the name so like no one looks him up. But this dude's fucked. Like, for me to say you're fucked, you're fucked. Like, he went up to this couple and they were eating outside and he was like, yo, can you guys get me some food, please? I'm very hungry.
Oh, I heard about
this. And they gave him some money. And he gets the food And then he goes and he picks up a rock. And he's like, thank you for the food. I really appreciate you. And then he throws a rock on the table and they just laugh. He's like, there's a rock. He was like, if you guys didn't, he was like, because of your guys' kindness, I'm sparing you. And I'm not going to bash your guys' head in with this rock. And like, they're just like fucking like looking at him. And the guy like protecting his girl, like, bro, get the fuck back. And like, he did shit like that. And he did something where like, he fucking, he shot a rabbit with a BB gun. And then like, he like stepped on its neck to like fucking suffocate it. And even his filmer was like, bro, I'm not trying to film this. He's like, bro, just film it.
Oh, no.
And like, he's just like doing like.
It's crazy.
Like.
Is this the dude that he ate the burger in front of the
what I
homeless
heard.
guy?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
He bought a burger for a homeless guy. And then like when he was about to give it to him, he was like, hold up, let me eat it. Let me see if it's good first. And he starts eating it in front of the homeless guy first.
Nah, we need to lock that dude up.
Yeah.
He is locked up, bro. He got caught up because, or he's an EDP. He was
God damn, bro.
Yo, you be throwing that out crazy, bro.
Brody's 23.
He's in
and
jail, so it's not that crazy.
He was talking to a
throw out.
13-year-old, and the messages leaked. He was having her send him squirt videos, and they linked up and they did stuff.
Whoa.
Like, legit.
Wow, you think an inmate's killing him with a rock as we speak?
Holy.
Holy sh! What's up with that? Do you know anything about the Colleen Ballinger shit?
I really don't.
No.
I really don't.
Because
I
she
just saw
got
the meme.
accusations, right?
Yeah, like, bro, you know what's crazy though? Like, don't get me wrong. I hear a little bit about her accusations, and they do sound bad.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I feel like niggas don't keep the same attitude for different people. Like, you got like James Charles, like, who's like actively like going after underage kids.
He was.
And I feel like people don't, like, there wasn't like this mass media attention on it like that Colleen girl, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and it's like with the EDP, everybody was like demonizing him, but like when it's people like that or it's known EDPs, it's just like they joke about it, but like no one really addresses it, and it's just like weird to me. Like no one.
I didn't even hear about that James Charles shit. I think they made it look like it was nonsense.
No, it's not.
It was real. He was trying to like fuck underage kids.
And like he would go for straight guys. Trying
James
to make them
Charles
gay.
is like
The makeup influence.
Yeah.
Oh, that's foul as fuck too. You're doing a
Let's
makeup
just
and
throw allegedly out there just in case.
No, that shit fucking happens.
Damn, really? And
Yeah.
why do you think he coasted off? Too much money around him?
Bro, I really don't know what it is, man. Like let's just say hypothetically it was me.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody expose videos, do like, bro, like it's gonna be
and
like
rightfully so.
the biggest thing. Rightfully so. But it's like keep the same energy for everybody. Like
yeah, especially
why-
when it comes to molesting kids.
Exactly. Like why are we treating other people different? Maybe like, okay, just because they have a bigger platform, like what the fuck? Like
Come on, we know what that is, bro.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Come on.
Oh, he's white.
Yeah.
You think that's it?
I think that has a lot to do with it.
You don't think the LGBTQ?
That's what I wanted to say.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. I was shocked when you did this and not. That's what I thought.
Oh, no, I figured.
I don't know what it is, but they gotta get there. Have you guys seen that new movie, Son of Freedom?
No, you see it?
Nah.
His mom's first day. Though.
Oh yeah, your mom definitely saw it.
Bro, my mom looked, she was like, you need to shout it out on your YouTube.
Bro, you know what you need to do is you need to take a little kid to that movie.
Oh my God.
And then have the little kid be like, help, help. And then you go, shut up, we're watching my movie.
You might get shot for real.
Don't do the pranks, bro.
Yeah, maybe don't do it.
Your mom's going crazy, bro.
Everybody that's saying Sound of Freedom has fucking 5 blocks on them.
And they're not showing, they're blowing.
Yeah.
Sound of freedom, blowing ass motherfuckers.
After you see that movie, like, I can't see you not being ready to just pull that shit off if you see that shit.
Yeah.
It's got him killed. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro,
That's
chill.
the craziest idea ever.
Bro, you know what you got? You got to time when they're leaving the movie theater, and then just have a white van that you just have a little kids like jelly sandals on the way out, and then you just drag it in, close the door, and drive off.
Bro, even if I wanted to do it at a movie
This is
theater,
good.
This is not good.
I'm gonna be part of your creative team.
You're a bad
How to get
prankster.
JiDion killed?
You're a bad prankster.
You gonna do it with me?
Whoa.
You're gonna be dressed like this.
I'll be with. I'll rally up the.
Would you be down to do a prank?
Yeah, dude.
For real?
100%.
I'll think of something. You know what you should do?
Sound of Freedom. Hear me out. Hear me out. We call up that 19-year-old.
Okay.
That's 14. Right?
Yeah,
That looks.
14.
She looks 14.
Yeah.
Okay. What, Alex?
Already, I'm joking.
Okay, so we move away from Sound of Freedom?
Yeah.
Do we
Or
go
you
to
could
the,
have the pedophile meet them at the Sound of Freedom showing.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay, I got an idea. We go to a small town. Do you know Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town? Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you haven't heard about this? It got kicked off the country music
Oh,
channel.
yeah. Well, why did it get Didn't
People
they say it had like a racial undertone?
Okay, so here's the kind of funny thing about it. If you look at the video, if you watch the video, they're very clever. He's basically saying like Black Lives Matter and Antifa try to do all that, you know, kicking in doors and like breaking windows. Try that in a small town, you're gonna get something for it.
Yeah.
But the video shot very well because you never really see a black person. You only see a black person, but they got like a shiesty on or something, so you don't know that they're black. But you will see white women spitting on a cop, or a white person throwing something, or white whatever.
So he's going at everybody.
So look, here's the thing. No. This is the fucking funniest thing about the video. Without a doubt, there are more white people in the video than black people. There's no, unequivocally, you see more white faces doing the fucked up shit than the black people. But everybody is going, oh, this video is about black people. And it's like, what were we saying? It's like, why when you see people destroying things, are you immediately going, oh, he's talking about black people? It's clearly white people doing fucked up shit as well.
You assuming
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So it's like you're putting it on Jason Aldean, but you're watching this video where there are white people destroying shit as well, and you go, yeah, but what he really means is that black people are the problem, and he wants to lynch them.
That's not because you're racist. That's because you think he's racist.
Well, I think it's a little bit of both.
That's what I'm saying. If you hear someone with his accent talking about like fucking stuff up, like you assume he's being racist.
100% assume he's being racist, but there's also a part of you that's like, you believe it because you can't assume a guy's being racist when you see white people in the video that he's talking about.
You know how people say like anybody that has a Confederate flag is racist?
Yeah.
Like, I could never like be under that impression because like there was this girl that was in my elementary school.
Yeah.
And her dad, he straight up just had a fucking Confederacy flag just tattooed on him.
Yeah.
And bro, when I tell you, this dude was one of the coolest guys ever, bro. Like, like fucking, oh, bro, he was amazing. And like all she dated was black dudes.
Yeah.
All she dated was black dudes. And
That's how you rebel against your dad that you hate.
But he loved all of them though. Like he loved all of them.
That's how they do it. They trick you. Hey, come on this boat. It's gonna be fun over there. America's crazy.
When white people say like, oh, it's like heritage and stuff, like I'm more inclined to believe them. Like, you know what I mean?
Here, I don't know that guy, so he probably is not racist.
Yeah.
He just might not know the history of the flag. So it's not like that flag existed pre-Civil War.
Yeah.
The flag no, the flag was an emblem of what they're fighting for, the states' rights to continue slavery. So he might go, no, this is our heritage, and this is the Dixie, etc., because he's ignorant to where it comes from.
You know,
now, people are going to be upset at this definition of it, but if you actually look at history, then
it is also a traitorous. If you're American pride, those were people that seceded from America. And tried to
it's some loser shit. Like,
yeah, it's traitors.
Yeah, it's silver medal.
Don't be American pride and Confederate flag. Those are
kind of contradictory.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that somebody can't have it and not really be aware of that and believe that it is representative of Southern Dixie culture and all those things that are not racist and beautiful about Southern Dixie culture. And he might believe that, and that's why he got it. Not everybody that gets it or puts it up is saying, we need slavery. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I love that way. I love conservative racism way more than liberal racism.
Because it's straightforward?
Oh, yeah. Like, I fucking hate liberal racism.
The bigotry of low expectations.
Well said.
The first time I experienced it.
You're so well-spoken, JiDion.
Yeah.
You're so articulate. Wow. That's the liberal racism.
You know what the crazy thing was? This was my first time ever meeting Hassan, right? So I did my Racist Town video, and Hassan reacted to it.
Yeah.
And he's just talking the whole time. He's just like, oh, this dude does not know how to handle this situation. He's doing it all wrong. And I'm like talking to this guy that's like a head KKK member. And he's like, no, he doesn't understand and stuff like that. And I was just like, bro, Hassan, like, who are you to tell me like I don't understand? I was like, what the fuck? And then like, oh man, liberal racism is just the most condescending shit ever.
Yeah, it's like
I'd rather someone just call me a like just straight up than just.
You can't think for yourself. I'll tell you how to be a black person in this situation.
I think even Malcolm X said that. He said the liberal is way worse than a regular racist.
Yeah, he made some wolf comparison or something.
Yeah.
Wolves that don't show their teeth or something like that.
That's interesting. That's part of the reason that bothered me about this video. I'm like, why are you masking the identity of the black people but not the white?
Because I assume
if the message is supposed to be across the whole board, we all fuck up and do this type of stuff, like just show.
I think that's a great point. I think it's a great point. I think that they're getting ahead of it and they're going, all right, listen, I got this fucking hillbilly accent. I'm doing country music. They already think I'm racist. They, meaning like the coastal liberals, they already think I'm racist. Because it's funny, I was watching, there's these 4 black dudes reacting to the video, right? And they're like Southern black dudes, right? And they were vibing to this shit. And he was like, what's wrong?
Bro.
He was like, what's wrong? Like, they just say, don't fuck up the town. Try that in a small town. There was 3 out of 4 of them were vibing. And one of them saw one scene, he was like dancing. He was like, hold on. Like,
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Should we react to it? Let's watch it live.
Andrew also had a great observation about the comments, which I don't know if you want out there or not, but
there is something fishy about the comments. We'll look. There's a little something fishy about the comments.
Fishy.
The overwhelming reaction to this video is he's dog Wilson and that he's gonna round up black people, he's gonna lynch them. That's the overwhelming reaction. So far, you haven't seen a black person.
But you guys say that one lyric that's a little wild.
The
where it's
roundup.
Like, yeah, the one lyric is like, I got a gun that
grandpa
my
gave me a
granddaddy
pistol.
gave me.
Yeah.
And because one day they're gonna round up. And I don't really know exactly what that means, but
also the first 2 lines or whatever are not about liberal white women in his mind. I know, I grew up in the South. Sucker punch, whatever on the sidewalk. We all saw them black dudes knocking out motherfuckers playing the knockout game. Not that that's okay, but we know who he's talking about. And then carjacking old lady. There's no white liberal Karen spitting in a cop's face and then carjack. Like, to me, immediately you said, I know who you're talking about.
I feel you, but I feel like you can't jump to conclusions like that because, like, I feel like I jumped to a conclusion like that before, and I low-key regret it with the Kyle Rittenhouse situation.
Yeah.
When I first heard about it, I was like, damn, he just shot like 3 black, because the way the media was talking about it, I'm like, damn, he shot 3 black guys. Like, that's fucked.
No black guys.
And then I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck?
And an EPD.
And one of them was an EDP. And I was like, but like the way like the liberal media was like, oh, he wished they were black. And I was just like, what the fuck? They're all
What
white.
does that mean? He wishes they were black? Exactly.
That's what they were saying. So like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like the same with this. Like, he wishes they were black.
I mean, we heard the whole song. You know what I mean? Like, we heard a verse.
What I'm saying is, if I'm objectively looking at it, right? If this was a K-pop band to do it, not like a fucking country music white guy, if it was a K-pop band to do it, I would not immediately assume that he's talking about black people. The overwhelming assumption is he's talking about black people. You don't even see a black person in the video. We can't at least go look at it and go, this is a little odd.
Personally, I really don't see it. It's just, to me, it looks like any other country video, but like more political. But
I mean, I'm looking, I'm like, he knows his audience. He knows it's like middle America, white folks probably, or just like country folks. And he's just that resent the big towns, resent New York, resent LA, or like fuck those big places. They think they're better than us. Well, I'm gonna make you feel like none of that shit could happen.
That
in
could
your
be
town.
possible. They do resent the fuck out of big cities and all that. And that these just might be big city activities. I just felt like the first 2 lines were not Karen specific. And then also what you pointed out about the comments was basically it's a lot of.
So look at the comments. Go down. This is what I thought was kind of interesting. It's like all of the first few comments are like name and then 4 numbers. And that I'm a minority and I still love this message, right?
And typically if we see a username with a bunch of numbers behind it, what do we assume? It's not a real account, right?
I checked these out. A lot of these are old. But like this account is from like 2017.
So it's like, do you buy a bunch of old accounts? Is this like a bot farm thing?
I feel like that's like really looking into it. Like,
I'm just saying, if the comments seem to be like a PR move. It's like, hey.
I didn't know about the situation, but I did see a bunch of like conservative black people talking about it.
Yeah.
And bro, like, I'm telling you, if my mom watched this,
she'd be like, hell yeah.
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 Yeah, my mom, bro, don't those fucking, those protests, my mom was pissed.
Yeah.
My mom was really pissed. I remember I went to one of the marches during the George Floyd thing, and I was just thinking like, oh man, it's about to look like Atlanta out here. But bro, it was so many other races. Like, bro, literally black people were outnumbered. There was more other races than black people. And I was just like, damn, like, I feel like whenever like black people have their revolutions now, we have to include everybody. But like when other races have their revolutions, like if Asian people were like doing an Stop Asian Hate March, it would just be all Asian people out there supporting themselves. When it's Mexican people, I think some Mexican people, they shut down a bridge. It was all Mexican people. But it's like when it's black people, oh, we also have to include, oh, don't forget, we have to include the LGBT community. We got to include them. It can't just be black people like it was in the 60s. It's just,
I think that's a good thing, though.
But I think white people really want to prove that, a lot of white people really want to prove they don't hate black people, that they're not racist. It's really important that they prove they're not racist to black people. It's less important that they prove they're not racist to Indians or Asians.
But it's like, how can you take care of yourself when you have other people taking care of you for you? If you're outnumbered at your own marches.
Talk that conservative
But I mean, we're
shit,
outnumbered in this country.
Okay,
just a
yeah, we're
good
outnumbered in
representation.
this country, but we have the most spending power. Like, we have economic power, but we're just not using it in the right way.
No, but I mean, if you're talking about a march, it's a good thing if you see a good actual representation of the country out there, because that means like, hey, look, the majority of the country feels this way.
But
so
when
it's a real problem if it's not just one group.
What's changing now? When it was all black people back in the 60s marching, things were getting changed, reforms were actually being made. What was a change that was made for the black community during the George Floyd march?
I mean, there has been some police reform that has been passed in legislation, but I would say a big part of the whole BLM situation that hurt the movement a lot. Because now people are like, oh, this movement's fucked up. And now they stop caring, stop donating. And so that hurt the movement.
And the big thing about change is that there was more legislation to be made back in the day because racism was more prevalent in the justice system. Now, like, there's nothing really that you can change in the justice system. There's nothing that's like ingrained and racist right now that you have to remove. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't put this into the justice system. Hey, cops, don't ever do anything racist. Like you already tell them. It's
already illegal.
Yeah.
So what were the main things black people couldn't do whenever back in the 60s? What were the main
Go
things
to the
they
same
couldn't do?
schools, or they were getting lesser education.
Okay, lesser education. They couldn't
Walk
vote.
by a firehouse without getting hosed down.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
They couldn't get certain jobs, all this and that.
Well, yeah, I mean, when does, if we're being serious, when is segregation come down?
The 60s.
Yeah, 60s, I think.
But then, what?
65?
Johnson, right? Johnson.
What's the most incarcerated group of people in America?
Per capita?
Yeah.
But gotta be black people.
Yeah.
Black people.
Percentage-wise.
But
Yeah.
then when you're a felon, what abilities are taken away from you?
Can't vote.
Can't vote.
But to Andrew's point, that's subtle racism that people are not going to be as easily, it's not going to be as easy to legislate. Hey, let's not, there could be some subtle racism that's 13th Amendment shit or whatever that's like, hey, let's just lock up more black people.
It was
But it's not
legal
in the law.
to have separate schools for black and white people. That was legal at a time. And then they made it illegal. So that's a big legislative change that you make.
Like buying houses. Like
Yeah,
black
like-
people couldn't buy houses.
I know this might sound like a little racist, but like I feel like segregation was actually kind of good for black people.
There's an argument for that economically, I've heard, because it basically made the community build itself up without competition from the white community.
You get like Black Wall Streets and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
right? You're building up its own, everything is helping one another, and that liquidity is staying within the community.
Yeah.
Whereas once you desegregate, a lot of those black dollars can be spent on these white
I
products.
think the main issue with separate but equal is it wasn't ever equal.
You know how everybody says it was white people that destroyed Black Wall Street, like when they burned it down? Like technically they did burn it down, but like I watched the whole documentary on it. They rebuilt it, and they actually rebuilt it better. But the thing that really killed Black Wall Street was when segregation was done away with, when you were able to shop in white stores, and the black dollar left the community, and that's what brought it down.
I've heard arguments about it. I'm sure there's.
You were at that Dr. Umar speech a long time. Bro. That's wild.
No, but it's just real. Like even when you look at Dr. King's last speeches before he died,
It was all about economic inequality.
Yeah, he like Loki's. I think he said, "I feel like I brought my people into a burning
house."
Yeah.
Like even he realized, like
I've integrated my people into a burning house.
And I feel like the only way black people can really get independence is be independent.
Financially, you're saying?
Financially and as a community, we have to be together. Like we have to work together. Like if you go to an Asian community, like they all help each other. But when you go to a black community, how many black-owned businesses besides maybe a restaurant are actually owned by black people?
Depends which. I think when we look at black people in America, we look at them as a monolith, right? But if you look at like Caribbean black people in America, they do have a lot of businesses. You look at like African from Africa in America communities, they are. You go to Atlanta and you're sitting like a city of African Americans, Caribbeans, Africans, absolutely thriving. So these things do exist.
It's a cultural thing. It's not all black people in the world. It's just more so black people in America.
It's a culture of ownership. And once that culture of ownership is established and other people see it as a possibility, they believe they can do it. There's that video of you I was watching where you're saying like it was really important for you to see KSI because you saw a black creator doing what you were doing and it made it possible for you. And like young kids that grow up that are black and they grow up in Atlanta and their dentist is black, their lawyer is black, their tax guy is black. It just is like, oh yeah, I guess I'll be a dentist or I'll be a lawyer or I'll be a tax person. Like it's just so readily available.
Much less significant example, but you didn't see Indian comedians before Russell Peters.
And then
now
it just becomes
so many. Because it's possible.
Here's the example. Have you heard of what is it, the 3 minute mile?
4 minute mile.
The 4 minute mile. Like nobody could break the 4 minute mile. One person breaks it, and then like immediately after, fucking 20 people break it. You just need to know it's possible in order for you to do. A lot of people need to feel that way.
And this is why it's the importance of representation. So it's like at a march, having all these voices speak on behalf of the black community is important because their voices are like very influential. So it's like maybe the message might not permeate the entire culture if it's just from black people, but if it comes from all these different faces, that's what really makes.
That's the problem though. When instead of you hear from a black person, you don't listen, but when a white person says it, then okay, now I'm listening. I feel like that's when the problem is.
Yeah, but sometimes like you need that just to permeate the community, and then they'll be more open to hearing from.
If you need that, then you'll never be successful.
There's validity, I think, to what you're saying, which is we should empower our own, we should uphold our own, we should strengthen our own, we should keep the dollar in our community. But that doesn't negate the fact that it helps when there's a big systemic issue if other groups of people are saying, no, for real, this is a problem. This isn't just a group of people complaining.
That's interesting, though. I hear what you're saying. Like, are you conditioned to only care about it once white people start caring about it? And that's your concern. You're not, you wish it wasn't that way. Yeah, so I think you guys are both agreeing. There's different ways of making things happen, but I think that like, what's happening now, especially your generation, like, you're growing up where a lot of more things are completely normal for black people that just weren't, like, say, my generation. Like, there was one black guy that skateboarded in my generation.
For real?
You know what I mean? Not even for real. It was the dude in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. It was like he was the only one. Now it's like I don't even think I see white kids skateboarding anymore. You know what I mean? It just
be a lot of black kids now. Black and Mexican.
It's just like, yeah, this is just a normal thing. Yeah, like skateboarding is whatever. You see black Republicans now, like on YouTube, you just see it, and it's not like, holy, how could you? What is going on? It's like, yeah, I grew up religious, and this kind of is a lot more similar to like my belief systems. I'm a little bit more conservative, so I believe in it. So I'm seeing that kind of progress culturally happen. But that shit takes decades, bro. That's the other thing. Is like we know the things that are wrong, and we're going, let's change it immediately. But you need that shit to seep into your brain a little bit.
The trauma of all those things are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of cultures have trauma, you know? And it's like they bounce back. You know what I mean? At some point, it's like you can't blame your trauma forever. Like you gotta make your future better. You know what I mean? There's some people that had some fucked up childhoods that, yeah, it definitely doesn't affect them for the rest of their life, but they made the best out of it to make sure that their future is straight.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, when is that accountability gonna be taken? And I feel like it's more of like a handout right now than, and then like, you know, I'm wanting to speak because it's like, you know, I'm not doing the most, but it's just like, you know, like me saying this stuff is like, oh, you're a coon, you like blah 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 blah. You're just trying to appease white people. It's like it's not even like for white people or nobody. It's just like the God honest truth, you know?
Yeah.
If you're a drug addict, what is your mom gonna tell you? Like you gotta help yourself. You know, there's nobody she can go get to come talk to you. That's gonna knock you out of it.
I think also you're just younger, so you're further along in the progress. Like all of us had friends whose parents, maybe not parents, definitely grandparents grew up in segregation, like vividly remembering segregation. For you, your mom was probably, what, born in 70s, 80s, whatever. It's like, yeah, no, I don't really, I grew up in it wasn't great, but it wasn't.
My dad's old. My dad was born in 47.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so I would talk to my dad about a lot of stuff. He would tell me like, he was in Vietnam and he was in the Air Force and he was working on a jet and like he was like 30 feet away or something. and the guy, it was this white dude, he turned on the exhaust from the jet, and it flew him back. Just the heat from it burnt his shirt and just like made him tumble. And like he was just telling me about the racism, like when Martin Luther King was assassinated, he was saying like how all the white people were like out there like celebrating and stuff like that. And like he would just tell me stories about that, and it's just like damn. But then he would also tell me like the good stuff, like, you know, he was like, there was also some guys like they were really good dudes, and like, you know.
Well, I think two things can be true. I think it's like you can point out the problems, you can acknowledge the past shit, and you can realize that the only person that's going to make change in your life is you and the people around you.
Yeah, and that's like a good mindset to have. Like the personal accountability and just like, yo, I'm going to make the best of my situation, whatever.
There might be some obstacles here, but I'm going to get past them.
Yeah.
Because just talking about them isn't going to make my life any better. It's not going to make my family's life any better, et cetera.
It's a better mindset to have than to be like, well, I'm just never going to make it because I'm not born in the right whatever.
Yeah, it's like you got lung cancer or like whatever it is, and like the doctor is like, well, let's talk about all the cigarettes that you smoke to get that lung cancer. And you're like, no, I know that is fucking horrible, but I'd also like you to give me some cures for this fucking lung cancer right now. Like, let's do something right now.
What are you?
Like racially?
Yeah.
Chinese.
Rush hour.
I'm white.
You're white.
Yeah.
Like what kind of neighborhood did you grow up in?
I grew up in the East Village in Manhattan.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Did you grow up around a lot of black people, or was it mostly white?
I would say pretty diverse. But like America's mostly white. But the amount of black people I had in my life was probably way more than the average white person in America, put it that way. Like my high school was half Asian.
Really?
So like we were all kind of like minorities in our high school. It was crazy.
That's how my high school was. It was like white, Asian, Indian,
That's Houston
Hispanic.
diverse as hell.
Where did you grow up?
Yeah.
In
I grew up in like the Clear Lake area.
Okay, yeah, I know.
But when I was in middle school, it was, I mean, not middle school, when I was in elementary school, it was all white. So like I had no black friends. It was just all white people.
Wonder
like
why you got bullied a lot.
No, I actually didn't get, you know the crazy thing about it? I didn't get bullied until really middle school was when I met black people. And they're like, why do you talk like that? Why do you talk like you're white? And like, it made me like self-conscious about myself. I was like, damn. And so like, I would try to like enunciate things better, like different, like more hood and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of gave me like a existential crisis because I was just like,
who am I?
Yeah, who am I?
You're not white enough for the white kids, but you're not black enough for the black kids.
Exactly. So like that really fucked me up. And then like I finally just learned like, bro, I just gotta be me. Like I can't like act like nobody or try to be somebody else. It's just like it's just not how it is. And yeah, because I went to the school. It was an elementary school my friend asked me to talk to, and I asked all the kids there. There was all black kids, and I was like, "What do you guys want to be when you grow up?" And they were all saying either like an athlete or a rapper or entertainer or something along those shorts. And I was like, man, why do they all just want to be that? And I just started thinking about it. It's like, that's all they see, you know?
Yeah.
Their parents are probably like working at a grocery store or something like that. So it's like, you know, they don't want to be a grocery store clerk. So they're on their phones, on YouTube. They're seeing like NBA YoungBoy. They're seeing LeBron. They're like, that's what I want to be. And it's just like, you know, if your dad, like, you know, with Asian and Indian people, it's like most of their families are like doctors. So it's like generational doctors. It's like, oh man, I want to be a doctor.
That's it.
Even if you don't, even when you grow up and you realize, nah, I don't really want to be a doctor. It's like you already have like a perfect leeway to go into something that's like really successful.
There's an expectation even.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you better be.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be. And having that expectation can be a burden. Like you probably went through that. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm a failure if I don't become a doctor. But it's going to push more people into success.
Yeah, I feel incredibly uncomfortable. It doesn't happen all the time. That'd be lying on my part. But there's some Indians who are like, yo, you really convinced me not to pursue medicine. I'm like, but I don't know. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's way safer. Your failure now is somewhat influenced by me. I don't want that. I kind of love the cultural, like, because we used to get told, you can't do that. You're not going to do that. Just stick with the books. And the books is a great like way for my race to like progress in America.
And so like the reversal for us is like stick with the basketball or stick with the rap.
And the problem with the rap and the basketball is that there's a lot of doctors, yo. There's a lot of doctors.
If you want to be a doctor, you could be a doctor.
Yeah,
you just can't.
There's so many compared to rappers and basketball players and football players.
And then even if they do make it, it's like after their career's over, a lot of them don't even be good afterwards.
Yeah.
Like they spent their whole life just trying to be a football player, then they get a career in the industry, and it's like, you know, they get suicidal.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
They got so many fucking head injuries from playing football.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky.
That's why people in Atlanta are thriving, because you see a lot of successful black people doing a multitude of things.
Yeah.
And so now the kids are like, oh shit, I want to be a business owner.
Oh,
I want
shit,
to be
I see that lawyer.
I want to be an engineer. I want to be that.
Yeah.
And so we just need that. We just need more awareness, more of our community thriving, and so the younger generation can see like, oh wow, there's more options for me.
Also, we should be clear here. When everybody's young, everybody wants to be a rapper, a basketball player, or an entertainer.
When I was young, I wanted to be an engineer.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
How
what do you
old
mean?
were you when you knew what an engineer was?
I was in the 3rd grade. I was 9.
And what type of engineer?
I wanted to be a mechanical engineer.
To build bridges or something like that?
Just to
build
work-
a wall to keep those fucking Mexicans out.
I just wanted to be a part of like a team to build something, you know, and come up with something. Cause I did a research project on, oh man, I forget his name, but he made the steam engine. He was a black guy.
Thomas.
Maybe.
Thomas.
Thomas Trey. But it was this black guy. I made a report on him, and I fell in love with it because like it was just like he was going through all these like racial things, and he was able to invent something that was useful.
Yeah.
And it was like it lubricated.
Elijah McCoy.
Elijah McCoy, yeah. I did a research project on Elijah McCoy, and I think he made like a lubricant that would, because I think they had to like go out and like
grease the tracks
themselves, but he found something like to do it itself, and it would like lubricate the whole thing, so that way the train wouldn't have to stop. And he invented that, and I thought that was like so badass. And I was like, oh man, I want to come up with something like that's innovative and can like help society move forward. And that's what I wanted to do. And after I did my research project on him. Yeah.
And how important do you think it was that he was black?
I think it was huge, bro.
Interesting.
I think it was huge.
Yeah.
And then and my mom, she would always say this to me, and like, and low-key gave me PTSD, but she would always be like, education's the only way out for black people. She was like, education's the only way out. She would just always say that. She was like, if you don't get a good education, you're not gonna be successful. And then like when I was like in high school, my senior year, working on my videos and stuff, she was telling me how like all my friends were gonna pass me up, and I was just gonna be a bum because I wasn't like, you know, doing my college work and stuff and everything. And like, I just knew in my head, I was like, bro, like education's not the only way out. You know what I mean?
It is the safest way for upward mobility.
Yeah.
Educate without a doubt. Like
Most
just
guaranteed ticket to get to middle class.
Yeah. You will. Yeah.
Upper middle.
And like, I don't like, I'm not mad about it, that she did that, because I know she just wanted me to be successful.
100%.
But it's just like, you know, when it's just like education's when someone's just telling you this is the only way for you to be successful. If you don't do this, you will be a failure in life. You will not succeed. It's low-key disheartening.
It's tricky, especially when it's coming from like home and someone so close to you. But like, if you had to devise a plan for all black people in America for upward class mobility, and you were like, yo, we can only pick one thing, it's not YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's get your ass in fucking school. You know what I mean? Be
Because
an
I'm an
engineer.
entertainer, like, you know,
Exactly.
it's like the same thing. Like, kids want to be an entertainer, I'm an entertainer.
You're the
So it's
1%,
like,
bro.
Them seeing me, it's like, oh, I want to be like him.
Yeah.
But people do the hustles they know. Like I'm pretty sure, like I think it's like 85% of like nail salons are owned by Vietnamese women.
Yeah.
And it's because there was one Vietnamese one. I think it was like Lucy Liu. Someone double check that.
Lucy Liu was an actress in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, literally the actress like was trying to put people on, like other Vietnamese people to come over, and like knew someone in the nail hustle. It was like, oh yeah, do nails. And literally it's from like one person that it's like 85% of nail salons are Vietnamese.
That's hilarious.
Because one person put him on a hustle, was like, do this, you can have a life in America.
And then look, who are the most people that go into nail salons?
Black people.
Everybody.
Black women.
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah.
But they do like that. But white women are up in the nail salon too.
Yeah,
All
but
women.
I don't know. Every time I go, because I be getting mani pedis. Like, I be seeing them black women always in there. Like black women always make sure they get their nails right. Like, because I remember I grew up in the church, so like everybody would make sure their nails are right for Sunday.
Yeah.
All this and that. So like you know, a white woman could get away with, oh, you know what? I was just painting myself. I put some red nail polish.
Yeah.
A black woman's like, oh hell no, I'm not gonna put no. They can get their acrylics.
Yeah. And so there's always the parts like you want that invested within the community. And obviously, as a white dude, it's probably even annoying to hear this, but I wish that everybody's identity was wrapped around America so that nobody felt uncomfortable investing in an Asian nail salon or a white this or an Indian that. Like, I wish that we didn't feel like in some way we're holding our people back if we went to another race to indulge in their product or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I'm sure on some level you're like, if we did, we could have upward mobility, which is what we need.
I mean, I guess an example I could think of is like, let's say you have a family at home and they're starving and you need to make sure your family's good.
You got to make sure they're
the
good.
family across the street, they just have a full course meal going on and they invited you only, but you can't bring your family with you. And you go over there and eat and you fill up and, you know, you have a good time with them.
Yeah.
Is your family back home getting any benefit from you eating good?
Great point.
I always used to hear these anti-Semitic, like, with the rhetoric or whatever. It's like, oh, Jewish people just support themselves. They only support their own. And I was always like, that's what every minority says they want to do and then never actually does. Like, this is what we all say we want to do. They're just the only people executing that mission. And then if we believe they control everything, which I don't, but I do believe they're successful, that's a big reason why, probably.
I actually did the research on that. I was like, why do everybody say Jewish people just work with Jewish people? Then come to find out, like back in like I think it was like the 1100s or 1200s, they were heavily persecuted, I think by the Muslims or something like that, where they couldn't trade with anybody. Like they couldn't do anything with anybody else, so they had to just work within themselves. So that's why they have that culture of just keeping it in their race, because they like legally couldn't do it with other races or else they would be persecuted. And so I guess it just trickled down like generation to generation.
And then what happens with that? You also get a culture of ownership.
Yeah.
When you have to create your own local business, your own local grocery store, your own local whatever, so that you guys can have something in the community, now that becomes the expectation.
And you see, like you see how Jewish people are so affluent now. And then it's like you look at black people. Blacks were one of the lowest incarcerated during segregation. They were also had the highest percent in marriage and all this and that during the segregation period. And then once segregation goes away, they become the most incarcerated, then have the highest divorce rate and all that. So it shows like when you're stuck.
Now, people are going to look at that like you're making an argument for segregation. What you're actually saying is if the community supports itself, then it can thrive.
Yeah, and then it's like any community will trade with another. There's no community that would just only work with themselves, you know?
Yeah, you want to export your culture.
Yeah. Like imagine only black people could watch your videos. Like you would have way less views.
Exactly.
Like, you've benefited from integration where anyone can consume it.
Like China, like, bro, if China didn't trade with America, China wouldn't be nowhere as near as successful as they are.
And American businesses too. Everything we wear. You know? Yeah, you want that trade. And that's the other thing. Then you don't have to feel as like, I understand how black people feel annoyed when their culture gets monetized by someone outside of the culture. Because it's like, bro, can we get some bread off of this? Like that, whereas like you want to be the first person to export your shit. So if you're Indian, you're like, yo, British people, don't take all our spices. Let us sell you the spices.
Yeah.
You can make some money back home. We'll make some money over here. But if you snatch up the spices and then you get bread twice, that's frustrating. So I could see that like, if you got some white ladies, they're like selling the best way to fucking do cornrows in your hair. It's like, hold on. Can we get that money first?
It's like if white people started wearing do-rags or anything.
Imagine, right?
Pop.
Listen,
but you just,
white people invented do-rags. I don't know how to finish this joke yet,
It's all good.
I will find a way.
You just gotta hop on it. You gotta, like, when you think of a good idea, get it trademarked, get it copyrighted. Did you know Jack Daniels was stilled by a black guy?
Oh, really?
It was distilled, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
By a black guy.
Yeah.
And did you ever heard of Lewis and Clark?
The explorers?
Yeah.
They were black?
No. But
damn.
you know.
That would've been awesome.
That's some brave shit, bro.
It's Lewis, Clark, Sacagawea, and York. You ever heard of York?
No.
So York was this black guy that was with them. So it was either Lewis or Clark, but he was really good with the woods and everything. He knew how to traverse. So when they were going on their journey, it was either Lewis or Clark. They asked York to come with them. And York said, yes, I'll come with you, but I want to get freedom for my family. So they literally said if it wasn't for York, their mission would not have been successful. And he was the first black person to see the western coast of America.
Get out of here.
And he helped them traverse. Yeah, that's him right there. He helped them traverse everything, help hunt, got their food for them and everything. And they made it all the way over there. And then when they made it back, guess what they did?
Didn't freeze him.
He asked for his freedom. He was like, the deal's a deal. They whooped him, and then they sold him away from his family.
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
That's the story of York.
Lewis and Clark.
And it's like they're huge names, but you never hear about York.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sold him. Like, that sucks. Like, Lewis and Clark are the ones that did it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Assholes.
Yeah, I don't know which one of them owned him, but it was one of the two.
Yo, that's crazy. So you're like a real history dude.
I love history.
What's your bag? If you were to do trivia, like one-on-one against anyone, what's like your
Probably like American history, but I'm just trying to like get into European. Like, you know, I feel like that's a little bit more rich because it's just
thousands of years.
Yeah. So I'm getting
Who's
more.
the most interesting president?
The most interesting president, I think Lyndon B. Johnson. He would.
Ooh, why?
He would show his dick.
Big
to
old
people.
dick. That's why. Big old
I
dick.
thought that was pretty funny.
Didn't he have a car that could go underwater or something like that?
A what?
He had like a car that could go underwater, or just some like aqua car or some shit like
Probably.
This guy in cars, bro. Yeah, bro. He keeps
But
trying to
I
make
would say
cars
probably the
happen.
most
I'm right,
interesting
though,
is
both times, motherfucker.
like JFK.
Why JFK?
It's just like
Counterculture?
just the mystery around his murder is so rich in and of itself.
Yeah.
Then also just his life, him over here banging KGB spies.
Oh, yeah.
And like literally making an underground tunnel to sneak whores and coke and stuff in. Like it's just like what the fuck? It sounds like a Seth Rogen movie. Like
El Chapo.
Look into his dad.
his dad.
His dad is the real G.
Really?
Like
He's the top G. He's the original top G.
honestly, if you really want to know who the original top G is, like an actual gangster, like mafia,
Really?
and he decides my son is going to be president, and it's not JFK, it's his other son, who gets killed, I believe, in war.
Really?
So then he goes, okay, fine, this son will be president. And he was like a bootlegger or something like that. What was he into?
That's
like
what I heard, bootleg,
legit illegal gangster, like an actual gangster.
Yeah.
That was the tie with the mafia, because you've heard of the Kennedy ties with the mafia.
Yeah.
Which some say is, you know, how he got murked or whatever. But then he goes, okay, JFK is going to be the president. And they, I think, fabricate a war hero story for him. But the whole thing is designed. Like, he's the great, I think it's Joseph Kennedy. He's like the great architect of this family. And this is back in the day when you could have like these legacy families. You're talking about, like, if you want to go into European history, you look at these legacy families where it happened. You look at like the Rothschild banking family, the Habsburgs. Have you heard of the Habsburgs?
I haven't heard about them.
Bro, it's like one family found a way to be king of every fucking country in Europe.
Really?
And it's like, you look at family a little differently. You hear people's last names in America, and it is what it is. But out there in Europe, they maybe have a little bit closer association to it because your last name might have meant you were the fucking prince of some shit.
Yeah.
Right? And
Certain names in America, Rockefeller, Vanderbilt, there's a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying there are different ways to have empires. It's not just I'm the fucking sultan or I'm this. Sometimes it's a financial empire. Sometimes it's a fucking drug empire.
You ever heard of the centralized bank?
Oh, now we're talking, my boy. Now we're talking.
Can you pull this up? I'll never forget this.
LBJ's car that could go in the water.
Oh, hilarious.
That's tough.
That is
Apparently, he
fun.
would prank people. That's a good prank video.
What, just like
He would take everyone in the car and then accidentally turn down into a creek and then drive around.
There
the
you
water.
go. I'd forgotten that.
That's
And they'd be like, "We're gonna sink," and then they would float. It's kind of funny. Wait, what am I looking up?
Joe Biden talks about centralized bank. So this was during like the 2020 election.
Yeah.
Like him.
Is
and,
that video?
Yeah. It's on YouTube. It's hard to find, but it was one of those presidential debates, and him and Trump were arguing, and like Trump was like talking over Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And then Joe, he got frustrated. He was like, "That's why you're gonna lose." And he was like, "Why, Joe? Why am I gonna lose?" He's like, "Cause we have the media, we have the press, we have the centralized bank." And then he said it, and like he just like put his head down, and like it was just quiet for like a solid 5 seconds. And then like the mediator, he just like changed the subject. And I was like, I've heard about it. But then like once he said something about it, I was like, damn.
Well, central banking systems, there's a lot of lore around them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lore. And if you look into that Rothschild name that I said, that I mean, the conspiracies are that they are the ones who've created central banks around Europe and then in America.
Yeah.
And the
There's a fire book called The Monster of Jekyll Island.
oh yeah, where they decide to do the
Where
centralized bank.
apparently, like they kind of all like meet, like all like the big players within like American banking, all kind of meet on this one little spot and come up with the idea that.
Now there might be benefits to a central bank. I don't know enough about finance.
That's how America got free. It's because they went to the central bank in order to fund their war against England.
Well, who is the central bank? Who funds the war?
That's the
Because
million-dollar question.
England also has a central bank.
Ooh.
And what if they're owned by the same family?
Yeah.
That's where.
And you play both sides.
And what if you play both sides? Because the bank during a war is lending an unlimited amount of money.
And you got to pay it back, so you're always going to win.
And whose side are you going to fund? You're going to fund that winner. So you got to make sure that the people you lend the money to win. Like that's that. Yeah. Whatever. Now we're getting into fun.
Or you just lend it to both sides, hedge your bet, and then you always come out on top.
Yeah, no, this is the shit that really be interesting. I don't know like too much about like that stuff.
And if the banks, and if the
boy Andrew's like, I don't need to talk about
and
this.
and if the banks are heavily invested on one side winning a war, and the banks also allegedly control policy in America, if enough money is lent to one side, maybe those banks will leverage the politicians to make sure that America stays in that war until it's won. And now we have Ukraine.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know if that's the case, but who knows? What if JP Morgan has $1 billion or a few $1 billion or 40 billion, whatever it is in there, and it's like, yo, if they lose, I'm not getting my 40 billion back. So, hey, we're going to stay clapping them Russian cheeks until we win and I can get my 40 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is allegedly. We're just throwing things out here.
He's in his money bag.
He's in his
right now.
hotep shit right now.
He's in his
I
money
am
bag.
a total hotep when it
bag.
comes to central
Yeah.
banks. When it comes to the Fed, I
Bro,
just
you,
go
you
straight
heard the
conspiracy.
Titanic one?
Oh, this is wild.
This was fire.
Oh,
bro.
conspiracies are the best.
What was it? It was the guy, he owned America, and they were trying to get it from
you
him.
want it. Let's go.
And like they all pulled out last minute. but
Last minute,
he was on the
allegedly.
boat.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And then that shit sunk. I don't think that that's the first time. That's the first thing I thought about with the Titan sub that went down.
Yeah, what are they invested in?
The first thing I thought about was the Pakistani billionaire.
He's on the board of something.
Really?
Gotta be.
I'm just like, yo, if you're coming from a place where you have these people that have unbelievable extreme wealth and there's unbelievable extreme poverty and there are other people vying for that wealth. And I don't know if he's online for something else. And maybe somebody else was in the submarine, but I looked in the other guys and they didn't look that crazy. Like one guy sold like private jets or something like that. Another guy did something else, I forget. But I was like, maybe there's another Pakistani family that needs that guy who may be the heir out of the fucking way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They took his fucking
and,
kid out
and his
too,
kid
which
is there as
super
well.
fucked
So
up.
the heir and the heir.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is all conspiratorial, but I could see somebody.
But they had the owner of the company on the plane or on the sub too.
Yeah.
That's kind of tough though.
Who knows, bro? I mean, the owner's not going to know. You don't care if that owner of the sub goes down.
But he's on it though.
My point, you're not convincing the owner. You're convincing the guy who's ratcheting the shit shut. You're convincing the guy who's doing the fixing on it. You're convincing the engineer. You're paying a couple $100,000 to the guy who just tightens the screws.
A couple $100 mil, bro.
Maybe. Who knows? I'm just saying this is
like the prison guard who fell asleep.
Do you vote?
yeah, I'll vote, kind of. I mean, I'm not that active in it, but like, perfect example, like in Oklahoma, right? That movie that's coming out with the fucking the moon something at a. There's this movie Leonardo DiCaprio's in, new Scorsese movie. It's about these like Native Americans.
Flower Moon or something?
Yeah, something of the Flower Moon. Native Americans in Oklahoma, they're pushed all around the country, these poor tribes that are pushed into the useless land, and all of a sudden they find oil in the land. That's a true story. And then this native group becomes Killers of the Flower Moon. This native group becomes the richest group of people per capita in America.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable wealth because America pushed them.
You know that eagle came in and did some screeching.
Ooh, you bet it did. So then people started murking. It was deaths out of nowhere. And I think they said that's where like the FBI started. They're like starting to investigate like what the fuck's going on here.
Did you ever see that the speech that John F. Kennedy gave before he passed, where he was talking to the media and talking about how the media needs to have unlimited access to all government information so all American people are informed? And like that was like one of the last speeches he gave. And he was talking about how there's like secret organizations in these. You ever seen that? Yeah.
And what specifically did he want to disband?
The CIA.
Oh, did he now?
Yeah, he said he went to
Did he now?
like breaking into 1,000 police and like blow it in the wind or something like that.
You know who wanted to? I think he actually was successful in taking down the Fed or our central bank. Andrew Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Now, if you look at how Andrew Jackson's remembered throughout history, he's remembered as one of the most ruthless, disgusting, horrible presidents ever.
Really?
Yes. Now, why is that? If we're being conspiracy,
Was he the one that paid off the debt, the national debt?
he made sure. I think we were at surplus.
Really?
With him because he got rid of the Fed. But debt isn't necessarily bad. We exist on debt. It's part of the
It
capitalist
was
system.
one president, he paid off the entire national debt.
I think that Clinton, under Clinton, we were in a surplus.
We had a budget surplus, I think.
But I think the debt, I think, was under Andrew Jackson.
For real.
And if you look at the way he's remembered in history, like, oh, what a vile racist. And it's like, bro, some of these presidents owned people.
Yeah.
He wasn't any more vile than the
No
one.
one talks about Thomas Jefferson or George Washington.
I think he did fuck over Native Americans.
Oh yeah, he was horrible. I think that was
Obviously.
Trail of Tears, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
So
that's
like,
what I
but what they do is they put this hyper focus on that. Like all the other presidents weren't also fucking over the Native
I
Americans.
don't know if this is just my education, but I didn't hear anything bad about Andrew Jackson until after. I feel like in the last 15 years, all of a sudden it started popping up. They're like, "Oh, this guy was wildly racist." Oh, I didn't know that. So I don't know. I'm saying that I don't know if that's always been taught.
And
Maybe that's the last like 15 years we've kind of, as a culture, been like, "Oh, this guy was fucked."
Was he part of the Louisiana Purchase?
I think that was Jefferson. I think.
Yeah, I think that was Jefferson.
You know, if it wasn't for Haiti's revolution, America wouldn't be as big as it is.
Wait, why?
Because
Oh, they needed the money because the Haitians revolted, and then the French were like, "Yo, we need that bread because we don't have our colony where we could take all the
they
resources
sold
out of there."
the Louisiana Purchase.
Oh, interesting.
So
I
Haiti
wonder
didn't
if-
revolt.
I wonder if America is
the
secretly
revolution.
stoking the revolution in Haiti.
Who knows? I don't think so though, because
We were besties back then.
They were like running their own shit. There was, I forget who it was, but it was some South American country that wanted the leader of the Haitian Revolution to help them out. And he was like, "Yeah, I'll help you out, but we just got done with this big war. We need you to pay us if we help you." And they helped them, and then they just after they helped them win it, they beat the Spaniards. They're like, "All right, now fuck off."
Who, when Haiti beat the French?
No,
Oh, the
when
Haitian
Haiti-
general went there and pushed back the
Yeah,
Spaniards.
when Haiti, yeah.
Wow.
He helped the Central American people fight off the Spaniards,
Really?
and then they told them to fuck off.
Get out of here.
You got to get that money up front, yo. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
It's on you,
Yeah.
honestly.
Haiti was trying to get their bread back because what's it called? France got their money back by selling the Louisiana, but
Yeah.
Haiti, like they were by themselves. They're a sovereign nation now.
Fuck.
They didn't have nobody.
Yeah. Damn. And then that's a tricky power vacuum. And if you don't have people who understand government and manage it, so easily to be corruptible. And
Yeah.
it's so easy from outside sources to just come in and start scooping up resources. I mean, that's a tricky one right there.
You're an interesting guy, man. Because growing up, you're so accepting, you're so like integrated in the world. But growing up, people that talk like you were the Black Power, fuck white people, but then secretly fuck white girls. Like, yeah,
Umar.
you're just you're an interesting guy, man. It's just like a real crossover.
Bro, man, we can learn so much from so many different cultures. Like, bro, I just be learning so much from so many different people where it's like, how could I be racist? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who am I better than?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think I'm better than any of y'all in here. So it's like, how am I going to think I'm better than the entire race?
But what's your least favorite race? Like if we had to rank them.
You're white, right? Nah. You know what I be thinking about? I be thinking about combinations that I never see.
Ooh.
And I mean by like dating. So like I be thinking about like you never see like an Indian with a black guy.
Indian girl, black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be thinking about
My
combinations.
my sister-in-law's husband is black. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, there you go.
So that's a rare combination.
Point of contention.
What's like the rarest combination y'all seen?
Asian dude, black woman.
Asian dude, black woman. Yeah,
Is
that's not happening.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not very often that it happens.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. That's it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Black women be getting dogged on social media. It's really sad.
Why?
I don't know why. Like I seen this thing. It's like one race gotta go, and it's white, Asian, Hispanic, and then black lady. And then in the comment section, they're like, the monkey has to go.
Jesus.
They don't even love their own, and it's just like, damn. And like, I be seeing why sisters act the way they do sometimes. Like,
You saying that they feel a sense of rejection constantly?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It's so interesting though, like because they over-index in terms of cultural influence.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the gay slang
Yeah.
is coming from black women.
Literally.
So even maybe by the time it hits a white girl, where a white girl's like slay, it's coming from a black chick that a gay dude got it.
Even LGBTQRS, TV, WX, Y, and Z community has.
From the black women. So they have so much cultural influence.
That's probably from the social isolationism. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fully integrated in the culture, you're not going to come up with slang all the time. I think it's from being isolated.
You are isolated. You are your own community. You are creating your own authentic thing.
Yeah.
But how's it authentic when another race was doing it already?
No, I'm
He's talking
saying
about
the black women.
Oh, black women. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about gay people.
Like if black women are being rejected by, other races in America, like they don't necessarily need to conform to get love necessarily. And if they're being isolated, then
Yeah. So they're going to create all this dope shit, and then everybody's like, ooh, let me get a little bit of that. And then everybody thinks that they're doing the gay thing, but they're really doing the black woman thing.
Yeah.
And then there's probably like additional animosity because it's like you had rejected us for what we were doing.
And you going to take my shit?
And then now you put it on like.
I would be tight.
I do think it's the other way around.
Gay
though.
people
they get a lot of their, it's like, from
You would
LG.
say that.
I'm just
You
saying,
would
like,
say that.
wow.
Sell out.
But I'm not like gay people and black women, I feel like they're like probably like the closest allies with each other.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. When shit breaks off, like they're going to link up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to click up.
Really?
Yeah, there'd be a lot of black girls at those pride parades. They don't even be gay. They just be out there.
Yeah. Just what? Telling them what to say?
They'd be like, you gotta get, period. Make your nails like this.
Wait, you're saying you think it's black girls stealing the gay shit?
Yeah. Really?
I thought it's the opposite.
Yeah,
my
I
boy.
don't think that.
Nah, just like a lot of that stuff.
On
like
fleek, like that's a black woman thing.
Period, like
Period is black woman.
I'm gonna read you and all that type of stuff. That's from the gay community.
Well, name one white person. Name one gay white person you said do that. I never seen Anderson Cooper do that.
Okay, let me be more
But he's
specific.
trying to act
the
like he's
black
not gay.
gay community.
He's trying to act like he's not gay.
Oh, black gay.
Black gay community comes up with it first, and then black women hop on the trend.
But that's them
Like,
creating it.
It's serving or it's giving.
So
or
you're saying-
I'm thinking about more like white gay. I was thinking more white gay.
Yeah.
No, but black gay also counts.
So I think black gay creates it, black women start doing it, and then white gays.
But
start
if
to
black
copy
gay
off of
creates it,
black
you're
gay.
saying black people created it.
Huh?
You put black first. If it's a black gay person that made some slang, you're like, yo, that's black people.
I'm with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's not
What if-
gay people slang. That's black people slang.
Okay, so you're taking credit for the black gay slang as a black man.
Period.
Okay.
I got like
what
that.
about a black serial killer? Would
Black
you
serial-
take credit for that?
Shit, man.
Slay.
There's only one that comes to mind. Like, yeah, I can't really think of that many, but I know about one.
Who?
It's this dude. He had his family. He would like R-word his children, and he like locked them up in this like house and barricaded the doors, and then he killed all of them. And then like he came out and like surrendered himself. It was weird.
This dude?
I think so. Oh, and then the DC snipers.
Oh yeah,
The DC snipers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy because like I see why the cops never figured it out because you're never gonna think about some nigga sniping people. Like,
That's a fact. That's a
like, I
fact.
can see why the FBI was stumped on that one. Like that had white activity stamped all over it.
It doesn't fit the profile.
He's from outside the perimeter, like from range. There's no way he's pulling up from range.
I mean, yeah, if you shooting the 3-ball, you
Yeah.
can make that shot. But
That's
Nah,
white
not
people
rifle.
shit.
That was pre-Steph Curry. You didn't even know black people could shoot from range. Period.
Bro.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson of serial killer.
Yeah,
that shit
exactly.
was crazy.
Yeah. Do you watch anime?
Oh, I love anime.
Yeah.
I love anime. Yeah.
What's your shit?
Fucking Hunter x Hunter. I just binge watched Attack on Titan, Death Note. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. It's crazy because like back in the day, bro, if you would say you liked anime, bro, you would get bullied. But
Now it's the cool shit.
It's the cool shit, bro. Look at Izzy. Like Izzy, you know, he came popping because he would do anime stuff in the ring.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But yeah, man, anime is amazing.
What drew you into it when you were younger?
Man, it was just like, man, I'll never forget it. It's just the battles, bro. Like, fuck the story. Like, just those fight scenes were cool. Because I also watched every single Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and Jet Li movie. Like, growing up, I would go to Blockbuster and just get those movies and just watch. My favorite, like, karate type movie is Unk Bak. You ever heard of Unk Bak?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
I've heard of that.
You guys have to watch
I
it.
saw the first one.
Can y'all answer this to me? Why are kung fu movies so unbelievably popular in the black community?
I have no idea.
It is like, it skips white people. Do not fucking
Everything he named, I would watch all that same
I
shit
know,
too,
it
and I'm
is,
like,
but specifically, and I think now, instead of kung fu movies, it's anime that like younger generations are watching, but the older generations would watch, I'm talking about kung fu, like the dubbing is bad, still watching, and it was so popular in the black community.
I seen the first one. They have a
Bro,
couple, right?
there was this one scene like Brody was like driving away on a motorcycle. He jumped on the thing and fucking elbowed his helmet, and the helmet broke.
Cracked open.
Oh man, bro, this
fire.
I already know the comment section is gonna fucking love this movie. Like Tony Jaa, he's amazing. And there was this one movie. It was a little bit more recent. It was called Raid. And like it was a.
This makes it even more impressive when you guys were beating up those Asians because you know what they could do.
Beating up Asians.
Remember when black people were beating the shit out of Asians?
When?
Yeah,
Before Stop Asian Hate?
Well, you wouldn't try that in a small town, but you would definitely.
Black people beating up Asian people?
You don't remember this?
No.
That was bullshit. It was all
Fake news, liberal media.
Yep.
The only
The liberal media was like, everybody's doing that. But every video was a
saw
black
one
dude.
thing. It was a couple months ago. This dude, he followed.
You don't remember this when Asians were getting punched out of nowhere?
I heard about Stop Asian
Hate.
But
Was
I didn't know.
from that.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
Because
What
there
did you
weren't
think it
enough
was?
other
I was thinking like,
races.
who hates Asian people? I was like, I was like,
We love Chinese food.
I thought everybody loved Asian people. Like that's why I was like,
We do.
I didn't
It was
do
a city
research
thing.
on it, but like,
Oh, it was a city thing. Yeah.
Also, there weren't enough other races talking about it, so you didn't know. No one cared.
Ooh, you need that white mouthpiece, bro.
oh, I mean, it's ALM all day. I fucking.
What is it?
What's it called? If it ain't rice, it ain't nice.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
If it ain't white, it ain't right. But for Asians,
If it ain't rice, it ain't nice?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire, dude.
I like that.
Yeah, I fuck with it. But what? This is the other shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
bro.
raid. I seen the raid.
Fucking
No,
that
you
movie was
didn't.
amazing.
I did see the raid.
What happened in the raid?
You got to get up the thing. You got to fight a new person on every single floor.
Yeah.
Fact check.
Yeah.
They got the raid and the raid 2. I saw the raid 1. I didn't see or I saw the raid 2. I just saw one of them.
Started there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure
was
it's going to be a
surprised
lot of hi-ya. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that crazy.
How different is 1 and 2?
Yeah,
man?
well, he's got to get
Another
up again.
hotel?
Yeah.
And that's the thing about movies nowadays. It's like, bro, the character will be pristine in the beginning, then at the end, nigga will be fucking dragging his leg, arm broken and stuff, and it's like, damn, you just went through a war. Now you watch movies, these niggas are fucking untouchable. Like, they're just do. Like, Hollywood's so unoriginal now. Like, I fucking hate it.
Really?
I hate it. Like, I watched the Barbie movie, right?
What'd
Me
you
and my
think?
girl, we saw the Barbie movie, and fucking the shit was crazy. Like, I was excited for it. I was like, bro, this is gonna be cool. Like, you know, you know, I know I'm not a girl or nothing, but like, I could see the importance for girls, you know, because they grew up with it.
Sure.
So I was like, you know what? Let me go watch this out, bro. Oh my gosh, the moral of the movie is men deserve no rights.
No, they deserve a little bit of rights.
No. one of the kids at the end said, can we at least get one seat in the House of Representatives? And she was like, no. She was like, maybe you can be a janitor and work your way up. But, so this is the plot of the movie.
I thought they end up getting some seats or whatever.
No, the plot of the movie is Barbie Land, the women run everything.
Yeah.
And then the Kens, they don't even have a house, they're just there. Then Ken and Barbie go into the real world, and then like Ken's like brainwashed to see how the real world is and how like men run everything.
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
Infects Barbie land.
And so he comes back,
Yeah.
and then when he comes back, they're like serving all the Ken's beers, and like it's just like a mantopia. And Barbie's like, no, this can't be it. It has to be Barbie Land. It has to be Barbie Land. So they emotionally manipulate every single Ken, and then make them fight each other. You know how your girl, like if she's mad at you, she'll emotionally manipulate you, maybe by like brushing your friend's arm, and you instead of pressing her, you'll press your friend. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like that's what the
That's
Barbie's.
never happened
What
to
is
me
happening
once.
to your friend group,
That's
bro?
never happened to me once.
crazy.
No, that's
Nah, but
crazy.
gaslighting though.
Yeah,
Crazy.
gaslighting.
Okay, yeah.
And they have all the Kens fight, and while they're fighting, the Barbies take back over. And then the Kens are like, hey, we just want a little bit of power. And all the Barbies are like, fuck no. And then Barbie gets a pussy at the end.
Oh, she goes to the gyno.
Yeah. Oh, you seen it?
I just heard it.
Damn.
I heard it. Because I saw Oppenheimer.
Really?
Yeah.
How was that?
Thought it was all right.
All right.
Did you see it in the IMAX or the regular?
That's not going to change it for me. Like, because for me, it's not like how colorful is it? It's like, it's a story.
Yeah.
And I thought there were a couple things that were done unbelievably well.
Really?
Which were when the bomb, I'm not ruining anything because you know what the fuck happens, but when the bomb explodes, people are celebrating, and Nolan makes you feel so eerie Like you're celebrating, but it's the death of all these people who aren't even fighting you. It's not like you're bombing a military base. It's innocent people. The war was kind of already won. It's more of a show of strength.
Yeah, because they didn't even have to drop it.
So it's like
because they wanted to drop it on the Nazis, I think.
Well, but the Nazis already given up.
Yeah,
and the Japanese were still fighting. Now, also the Japanese did the Pearl Harbor, like so. It's like y'all asked for it. You slap someone, you know what I mean. You gonna get slapped, and sometimes someone got a bigger fucking fist, right? Yeah. But there is an argument to say that it didn't need to happen.
There's a military base versus a whole town. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
3 towns.
Listen, yeah, because we need to show we have more than one in case anybody else wanted it. So they go over that thing, but he evokes this feeling. It'd be very easy for Nolan to just evoke this feeling of, we did it, America's gonna pay him back, we got it. But instead, it's this feeling of, why are they cheering? What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's happening? And Oppenheimer is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he shows that in the movie, but also may have been wronged. So it's like, the movie isn't, do they make the bomb? It's, does he get justice, or do they frame him and make him look like just a piece of garbage, like a treasonous piece of garbage?
Like ambiguous?
Yeah, the whole thing, and there's not one good character in the whole movie, which is really interesting storytelling. Josh Peck only has a couple lines, and you don't even know.
Damn.
Yeah, but like
switching up on America, bro.
No, I mean, I thought. I wanted to go in there on some like
his
rah
problem is
shit.
it wasn't pro-America enough.
You gotta watch Top Gun again.
Yeah,
just
Top
to get
Gun
back into it.
Yeah. Top Gun I like, but no, I thought it was good. I mean, like I'm the biggest Christopher Nolan fan in the fucking world. Like I think he's.
You like The Dark Knight?
Yeah, like all of them. Amazing. I think he's the greatest filmmaker alive now.
Really?
And I thought this was solid, but I was going in there going, you're gonna give me the Batman trilogy now. Yeah.
I wish you did Barbie.
Yeah, it would have been sick.
It would have been a better Barbie.
You should have seen Barbie first, because it would have opened up your mind more.
I will say this about the Barbie movie: what it's done brilliantly in terms of the marketing is that like, it's become a cultural moment in the way that like a Star Wars movie is, where like people get dressed up for Star Wars, they dress as a Wookiee. People are going to the movie theater, they're in their outfits, like, and you have to think about that when you're creating content or you're creating TV shows or films. It's like, how can people wrap their identity around this, and how can they make this more of just a sitting back experience? How can they turn this into their night?
Yeah, something for them.
Yeah, it's like
what
the
do they get out
when
of it?
they will wear suits. It's like motherfuckers will buy 20 tickets with their friends.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to see the movie. They just wanted to like
take their picture. Yeah, so it's an IG moment and a film.
Yeah.
Like, and they just did that so well. And I was in the movie theater, and let me tell you something. It felt like, and it was sold out. Oppenheimer was sold out. It felt like everybody in the theater was there to see. And I was on 14th, a big movie theater.
Yeah.
It felt like everybody was there to see Barbie.
I mean, damn near doubled up Oppenheimer box office. It was like 130 to 80.
Yeah. I mean,
My
I'm
wife-
also like,
That makes it makes
But
sense.
they're also smart with the marketing, because like they didn't make it look like it was. Like they really
It
tricked
surprised you when you went in there.
Oh yeah, like, I was like, damn, like, because if I would have seen how it was, I probably still would have seen it. But I know there would have been a way more backlash, because I seen like a bunch of guys get behind it. Like guys are even saying, I'm gonna watch Barbie for the insightful thought and foresight. I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer for the laughs and giggles. Like dudes were like talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see Barbie. I'm gonna go see Barbie. But like, if it was marketed like the movie was,
You don't
like,
think it would be as successful?
Did you?
it would still be successful, but the guys wouldn't want to go see it.
Yeah, women are about it. Apparently that America Ferrera speech in it is really good, where like she describes what it's like to be a woman.
And I guess that's how it is too. It's like, you know, I'm not a woman, so I don't
checked
get it.
the Rotten Tomatoes, expecting critic score to be high and fan score to be low, just based on what I was hearing, but it was 90 and 90.
But look at it. If you go back and look, the audience score, they're all verified.
What does that mean?
So they turned off.
They're all verified people.
So it's only people who are in Hollywood.
But like
Blue
not
check?
critic.
Does that mean blue check verified?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the audience score is only verified people.
so it's not an authentic
Did your girl
audience
like
score.
it? No, she didn't like it.
Oh, really?
No, she didn't.
My
Like
wife saw it. She thought it was okay. Her friend liked it though.
Like it's crazy, but like Kim was the funniest part of the. Like he was the best part of the movie.
No, Gosling's hilarious. He's so good.
Like he.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boy. You still need us. You still need us, ladies.
Like it was actually surprising. I was like,
Best
what the
part
fuck?
of the
Like,
female empowering movie was the
Dude, comic relief.
I did not know he was that funny. That dude was hilarious.
Does he bust cheeks at the end?
Bro, he was trying to hit so hard.
He really was.
Ken, he was low-key going down sad.
But that's why she got the pussy, probably, so he could do his job.
No, she left him in... I don't want to spoil it, but...
You could spoil it. It's fine.
I think it's okay.
Nah, I'm going to get bombarded. I was going to fucking take my family to see it. You watched the Andrew Schultz podcast, then go to movie night.
That's on you, bro. That's the one thing I kept thinking. These conservatives were getting so up in arms. I was like, yo, this is the gayest shit to be offended by, is you didn't like Barbie.
Yeah.
That's like... Barbie's woke? Bro, that's embarrassing that you're this upset about Barbie not meeting your expectations.
Yeah. But I guess they're just like, yo, if I'm taking my kids to go see this movie and my daughter leaves, being like, yeah, guys do suck. Like, if that is what the outcome is.
Oh, yeah, you feel misled. That's interesting.
I imagine they're going to be like, oh, my kids are going to love this. And then there's like pussy jokes and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was definitely not a kid's movie.
Yeah.
But then again, also, it was more adults in there. Because I feel like girls today aren't really playing with Barbie.
Yeah, I thought it was marketed to adults because kids don't play with Barbie.
Yeah.
I thought that too, but then I was told that like they do still play with Barbie as part of it. Yeah, it's like still cultural. That's the other thing. Like you're tapping into like 60 years of nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's if you can't go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the fucking Super Mario Brothers movie. Like you have 60 years.
People play with Legos. You can make a Lego
Did you guys
movie.
see that
movie
Spider-Verse?
No, I heard it's really good though.
I heard it's amazing.
I love it.
Where it's that good.
I think it's some of the best cinema. Like
Really?
It's really
Shifty
good.
said that too. He was like, it was exceptional. Did you watch it?
I did, but I fell asleep.
So
Damn.
But
I
was
was
that
just
on
too
some
tired.
like you were tired
Yeah, I
from
was
life
too
shit?
tired.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you gotta rewatch it. Like I still like the first one more because like I could just rewatch that one. It's like low-key like my comfort movie.
Yeah.
But I be doing reviews sometimes on my second channel.
Yeah.
Like when I see a movie, I'll just like hop on and just tell people.
Watch
how I feel.
Oppenheimer. I mean, you're a fan of history, so like I think that it'd be interesting for you to look at it.
Yeah.
There's just a couple things that like
See, I would think you would like it the way you like history too.
I was really excited for it. I thought it was an interesting choice to make there not be one single good person in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when the movie is about people who are making nuclear weapons and generals and politicians. None of them are good people, right? And it's like sometimes people who aren't that good have to do a thing that's not that good, and that propels the world into a direction that they believe might be the best place
And
to
you
go.
might need to be not that good to do the
Yeah.
thing.
But like Oppenheimer just felt like just a complete fucking egomaniac piece of shit. And like the whole big thing is at the end, they're like trying to like discredit him, like call him a communist or whatever like that. Not even the end, but like that's part of like the saga. And it was done by a politician trying to like distance himself from the guy, whatever. And, but I'm also like, yo, Oppenheimer, you gotta be smarter than that. Like, why are you hanging out with these commies? Like, you know you're building a fucking nuke. Like, you can't be getting side pussy from communist bitches while you're building a nuke while we're kind of connected with Russia, but you know what I mean?
It must be something about that communist pussy because all our Democratic
They share it with
people-
everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for the
Hoes out there,
streets.
bro. Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
Russia putting in their pussy? Someone, Jamie, look it up.
Have you been to Russia?
Nah.
Oh, you gotta do a prank over there, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
No, but Russian chicks are.
Yeah, they're good.
Really, I'll go on the Russian bride, and I'll order one.
This weekend was a win for Russian pussy because Barbie was Russian pussy too.
Oh,
Wait,
Isn't
what?
Margot Russian?
No, she's
No, she's
Australian.
Australian.
Oh, damn, I thought she was Russian.
No,
we said she was a Russian 6 because we got back from Russia and we were like, these are the most beautiful women ever.
Yeah.
But Margot Robbie's an absolutely stunning woman, and anybody saying she's mid on the internet needs to shut the fuck up, except us.
Dude, what do you think about Jenna Ortega?
Wednesday Addams?
Yeah.
I think she could be in one of your EPD movies or pranks.
Yeah.
What is it called? EDPs?
Yeah,
You keep going EDC, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about like older people where they can't pronounce things the right. Like my mom, she calls Chipotle Chipotle. I feel like you guys purposely say things the wrong way.
Genuinely called you old. I love
You just trying to piss me off.
Why are you trying to piss him off right now?
Why are you trying to piss him off, bro?
The comfort that he called me old
know, without
was
with
just
that.
fantastic.
Oh, you're pushing 40,
God damn.
God damn.
I am, bro.
but you look good.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, that's all we
Now
can
it's
do.
even worse. But no, you look good for how old you are.
But that's all we can do at this point.
Yeah, I
Look good
guess.
for our age.
Yeah, that is true.
How old are you?
Same, 39.
39. How old are you guys?
I'm 26.
I'm 35.
35. Damn. Life don't crack.
Yeah.
I mean,
Respect. Wow.
does it not?
No, it gets.
I mean, does it not crack a little bit? Should we take off that beard
hairline,
and find out? Let's go!
Listen.
Looked like he caught an elbow from Ong Bak or whatever. Look at that line on the top.
You just went from 20 to 40, right? So 20's the new 40.
But this is the thing, though. This is the
So
thing.
that's great.
For the most part, all black people can look good bald.
That is,
Like,
you guys
that's
have
right.
that down.
Got good heads.
Like the only white person that I could think that looks good bald, no homo, is like Stone Cold Steve Austin
Oh, fantastic.
and Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis pull it off no facial hair. That's the hardest thing.
That is low-key
If you
tough.
could have a beard and then you're shaved up, you're fine.
Okay, but let's say he wasn't in no Die Hard, would he be tough still?
He might look crazy. No, he was fine in Tarantino's in Pulp Fiction. And I think he was bald.
But he
and
still had he had hair. He had hair in Pulp Fiction.
Oh, he had like receding.
Yeah.
What about Jason Statham?
Jason
Kills it.
Statham.
I feel like he be having a little 5 o'clock shadow
Yeah,
situation.
he don't
Yeah,
go.
he's
Jason
not, like,
Statham doesn't go
shiny
completely
bald.
bald.
But you guys have similar. You and Jason Statham have similar.
Yeah.
But are you ever going to just shave it all the way?
Yeah, I'll be going bald.
Oh, you do
I've
it?
just been lazy. I be
You
having
did
my,
it in the WNBA one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mom be cutting my hair.
You did it in
The
the
NBA barber one.
NBA barber one. which
Yeah,
is great.
yeah, that shit was so hard to sneak in.
Dude, how do you get in the Clippers?
But I had to shove it up my ass.
Stop
like,
playing,
no
son.
way. I'm being so no, I'm just playing.
Son,
How do you get the
I was
Clippers?
about to walk off.
Cat?
right?
I don't want to get banned twice.
I don't think he can probably give up the guy who.
It's Cat, right? Cat got the Clippers in.
Why he snitched?
You know what? I did
He
not.
snitches. He called Cat like, help me. I shot a ball. You took a shot during a basketball game, during a WNBA
Bro,
game.
if a ball hits you during a game, you're not gonna try to shoot that hoe?
Bro, it happened to me and I didn't.
No.
But I thought about it. I really did.
Let's see intrusive thoughts win. That's the
No, if
difference.
I would have made that shit, they couldn't have kicked me out.
That's true. You
I
airballed
airballed like
that
a
shit.
hoe. It was a bad airball.
Did you play growing up? Did you hoop?
No. I only play football. Yeah.
Son, he
You
went
guys
to
want to see
loops,
what I used to look
man.
like?
Wanna play
Look up JiDion buff.
Oh.
Everybody called it prime JiDion. And like, bro, I get bullied every time I post a picture. You look fat ass or da 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 da. People just
You
on
look
my
fat
ass.
ass is such a unnecessary. Why are you saying it twice?
This one?
That's not you. Oh,
That's not even
Top
no,
left?
There's better.
you should.
Wait, is that you? That's not.
That's me.
That's you?
That's me.
Stop it.
No,
That's
that's
me.
not you, bro. All right.
That's prime JiDion.
This is you?
That's me.
No, it's not.
Stop bullshit. Like, I don't know if he's capping or not.
Right here. I got a way better picture in my
How young
Is that him?
I was
Word?
I was 18.
Oh shit, bro. This one?
Bro, I got an even better one.
See,
I don't know if
they-
you guys could zoom in on the camera, but
Get out of
Get
here.
the fuck out of here.
that was prime JiDion.
Brolic.
See, they fat shaming you because they care.
And
They
hairline
want you to
tight?
get back.
What happened?
Hairline tight.
How old
bro.
were you here?
I was 18.
This is 4 years ago?
Yeah.
You could get
How
that
much
back.
working out to do this?
Bro, I mean, I played football.
Oh, so you would just
I played football.
Damn, son. Yo, hairline was tough.
Bro,
on
what
that.
happened?
Appreciate you.
Heartbreak, what was it?
So I did get my heart. I'm not gonna lie. A girl broke my
heartbreak
heart
be doing it, bro.
in 2020, and that low key made me grind even harder.
Bro, how'd you go from that to that?
To this,
Bro, this is the wildest transformation in history.
yeah,
bro, I had to. You know how
Bro.
people be selling their souls? I had to sell my hairline
for your success.
for my success.
But what happened
mad
here?
at that.
What is that?
Like, cause you have the same
Is it
hairline
really
here.
that bad?
Yeah, you look
It's
like a
not that-
guidance
It's
counselor.
not that bad. Kids be looking.
Bro,
for
that's like child abuse right there.
What do you mean?
You're harassing me.
That's a 37-year-old
Bro.
woman. She works at a public school in
You need to
Brooklyn.
be on Sound of Freedom.
Dude, this
You're gonna be on Sound of Freedom too, with that mustache.
dude, they need to make it 2. That thing is
bro,
keep
the
on
sequel?
doing it like Fast and the Furious.
With the money it made, bro, I promise you, Disney, they're gonna be like, can we please get it this time?
There's more kids being sex trafficked.
We have some in the basement. We don't want Disney.
Yeah, bro. You gotta collab with them on one of your videos. I'm telling you.
Who?
With Sound of Freedom.
Bro, can you go?
Doesn't Mel Gibson, like, didn't he go on some rant about black
Bro.
people? He was like, you want to get fucked by a gang of niggas, don't you? Or he said
He
something
said
like
that
that.
to his wife, or his pregnant wife.
Yeah.
Now he was wilding.
Bro, sometimes I don't know. When I hear shit like that shit's just funny as fuck to me.
Yeah, we were all like, this is hilarious.
Like Hulk Hogan when he was going off.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, she fucks with his niggers. Like, I just don't understand it.
Good Hogan.
Are you a wrestling fan?
That's a good Hogan.
You're definitely a wrestling fan.
I love WWF and WWE.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, can you do other impressions, Will?
No.
The Hogan was good.
Great.
Can
Listen
you
here, brother.
can you cut a promo? Can you do like a Can you do a Macho Man Randy Savage promo?
Can you do a Hulk Hogan promo apology? What would he say to the black community?
Listen, kids. All I do is eat my vitamins. I have never took any. I don't know. What do you say?
Oh, he refuses. He said he didn't take steroids?
Yeah,
that was back when everybody was on it but said they didn't, right? Yeah. Was this roids right here?
You know what's crazy? Everybody in the locker room thought, because I was fat, and then like in like a 5-month period, I got ripped. And like all the coaches and all the players, they're like, what the fuck? And like there was a rumor going around that I was on the Bradley Martin juice, but no.
Nothing?
Were you good? Were you good at football?
Bro, look at my highlights.
Oh, okay.
Check the highlights.
What'd you play?
Shit, I was fucking JJ Watt. Type in JiDion Adams highlights.
So then what happened?
What happened? Nick Saban, he was like, bro, like you gotta give up this YouTube shit, bro. We need you.
I think this is your video, right?
Look at that. Look at that tackle for loss. Amazing.
Amazing.
Do you have any sacks in this, or you just?
Bro, I had too many highlights where my coach was like, bro, like we can't make an hour-long video, and I was like, damn, you're right. So we just kept it to the.
So you had to repeat one.
Yeah. I had 6 tackles for losses and 1 forced fumble this game. I never started the game after that.
Wait, why?
I have no. Coach Arbonine, what the fuck? Like literally, what the? You know what's crazy? That's actually what started my YouTube career, because I couldn't play. Like they would not let me play. They would fucking have sophomores.
Why?
Start
Why do you
before
think?
me. I guess he just didn't like me. I don't know. And
You like a mouthy kid or anything like that?
no.
Yeah, that's odd, especially if you were actually producing.
Yeah, and like he even tell me, he was like, where was this at? Like he was like, we're gonna see it, but he never started me again. And so I was booty hurt for like the next 2 games, and then I was just like, listen, I can either be booty hurt for the rest of the season, or I can make something about it. So I started vlogging on the sideline. I did sideline vlogs, and I would make like hype tapes and stuff, and I'll post them, and then like one of them got like 4K. I had like 90 subs, and it got like 4K views, and I was just doing that. And the coaches were getting pissed at me for doing that, and it's just like, I'm trying to make the best out of a situation. You know, you guys aren't playing me, and I'm just doing something that's fun. All the players are enjoying it and stuff, and yeah, like I had a lot of haters at Lake.
That makes sense. The best out of the situation is being involved in the game and cheering from the sideline, not like, yo guys, this is what's going on.
No, I mean I wasn't filming. So one of my friends, he tore his ACL, so he would film, and like I would
You would host it.
Yeah. I would just host it, you know, and then like I would get the crowd hyped and stuff and everything, and just making light of a shitty situation.
Yeah.
And the coaches didn't fuck with it. Also, I used to sell Gators, so to make money during the season, I would go to Kroger's and you could buy these big ass Powerades for 40 cents, right? I would get them and I would freeze them. And then I would take them out in the morning and I'll put them in my locker. And I had like a shit ton. And then by the end of practice, they would be like slushies.
Oh, that's fire.
And bro, everybody's dehydrated and stuff. They're tired. So I'd be like, bro, $2. And so I would be making $60, $120. Like I even had coaches pre-order. They're like, bro, send me a purple, send me a white. And
Two of the guys on the team, you would sell them?
Yeah, to the guys on the team and the coaches. Yeah.
To your teammates is so
That
funny.
was my hustle during the whole season.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
That was my hustle.
And nobody tried to compete with you?
They couldn't. I had one nigga, he would try to sell beef jerky.
And you were like, fuck out of here.
I was
bro.
low-key kind of pissed.
Yeah.
So like, I hired some freshmen to go press them.
No, you didn't.
Like, bro, this is my territory. Nah, but I had a couple copycats. Like, they would sell candy and stuff, but like, you'd have to go through the days where sometimes it would be bad.
Yeah.
So, and like, they would have like 2-3 bad days in a row. They give up.
They couldn't handle
They
it.
couldn't handle it, but I was there
You
day
were on
and
them
night.
corners, bro.
I was on them corners, bro. I was slinging that P. I was pushing P.
Did you ever think about going to college? Like playing football?
I did go to college, but I didn't go for football. I just went to like a little community. It's called San Jack, and fucking like it was a little community college, and I actually did really good. But then COVID happened, and then it's like you're doing all this stuff online.
It's like, what's the point? Yeah.
And bro, I had like a little breakdown. I was just like, I had a test. I had 10 minutes left, and I still had 60 questions, and I was just looking at it, and I was just like, I can't do this. I won't do this. I logged out, never went in, and my dad, he's a veteran. So I forget what it's called, but basically I got benefits to go to school. So the government, they would pay me like $1,200 a month.
Wow.
And so I was like, damn, you know, I need to use this money wisely. And so like I was flunking like crazy, but I was still getting those $1,200 payments. And I would use that to fund videos and stuff. And then at the end of the semester, they like sent a letter saying how I wasn't going to school, how they were gonna stop payments, and my mom was just, and I was just like, I'm gonna make it work. And then I started making like 5 bands a month off YouTube, and it was working. And then the crazy thing about Hersey, and this is how God know God works in a mysterious way. So Hersey, I found about him in 2019. He worked for another YouTuber named Destroying, and I had like 60 subscribers, right? And I used to love his edits, and I was like, bro, I tell my friends all the time, if I had Hersey as my editor, I would be on top. And then a year later, I just get a DM from him, and he's like, yo, man, I love your work. Keep it up, man, you're killing it. And just him like show me love like that, it inspired me. So I was like, man, appreciate you, dog, thank you. And then another 6 months later, he hit me up again because he stopped working with the other YouTuber. And he's like, hey, man, I told myself I wasn't going to work with any other YouTubers. But he was like, I believe in what you got going on. He was like, if you're looking for an editor, he was like, let me know, and I'll be down to work with you. And I was at like 300K. And I was making about like maybe like 4 or 5 bands a month. But like I was still at my parents saving. So I hit him, I was like, bro, give me 6 months. Let me save up. I'm going to get us a crib, and we're going to make this happen. So I just grinded for 6 months. And then I hit him up, and I was like, come to Houston. And he bought this like rinky-dink yellow car, and he drove with all his stuff all the way from Orlando, Florida to Houston.
That's fire.
Oh, that's dope. You're from Orlando? Oh, that's cool.
And then he moved all his stuff in. And then when he first started working with us, we were at 700K. We ended that year off of 4 million.
Jesus. What do you think was the biggest video? What was the, talking to that mic right there.
That time, the biggest video?
Like 2021.
Fuck.
What do you guys think?
There was like a stretch of videos.
Where it was just
It wasn't
heat.
just like
we were like 10.
We went on a
number
run
ones
like
in a row.
10 in a row where we were just growing like 700K a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And what is it about the relationship when you guys linked up that really made it crack
We
off?
actually bumped heads a lot in the beginning. Not a lot, but like I had a certain way I like to do things, and it's his show.
Yeah.
So I had to like, humble myself.
Yeah.
But now like it's automatic.
We chilling.
Oh, that's fire.
Damn, that's so cool, man.
Brother, thank you guys so much for coming.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Congratulations on absolutely everything.
Yeah.
We're fans.
Yeah,
we
bro.
want to see you continue to thrive and
Thank you.
succeed.
Sorry football didn't work out, but I think we'll be all right.
I'll be back next week.
Make sure you go check out DeMarcus Cousins III, man. One of the greats. One of the greats. And I'm really excited to see what you continue to do, man. And if there's anything that we could do to help you, let us know. And if you want to do a prank, I'm down.
But you gotta let me open for you one day.
I would love that.
I'm gonna fuck it up, but like
It'll be fun.
It'd be funny though.
2 or 3 minutes. We'll work on some. We'll work on 2 or 3 minutes, and then you give it a try.
that'll be funny. I appreciate you.
My brother. Peace.